Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's very, very special Halloween live stream. I'll be your keeper for the evening. My name is Jordan, in case you don't know who I am. I'm not Bill Allan, plot twist, because...
You don't have a mustache.
Yes, and because Bill Allan is actually sitting at the other end of the table tonight.
I am.
Whoa.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. We're live. It's time for Halloween horror.
Spook.
And what are we playing today, Jordan? I mean, tonight, because it's nighttime.
Yeah. Tonight we're playing Call of Cthulhu, which is the premier RPG horror game, obviously, instead of Dungeons & Dragons. Mm-hmm. And it's a little bit different, in case anybody does not know. But we'll explain the rules in a little bit. First and foremost, I want to go around the table and introduce you to everyone who's playing tonight. So we'll start from my left.
So I'm DJ, and I'm playing as Brad Daniels. He's a film student from Portwick, Maine. He's 19 years of age, and he's actually, like, birthplace-wise, from Alpine Ridge, Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
Hi, I'm Jenny, and today I'm playing Janet Robinson. She is also a 19-year-old college student from Portwick University. And she's a cheerleader, and she's just really here to have fun and make some friends along the way. Love that.
Moi? Oh. Normally, I am Bill Allan, but tonight I'm going to be playing the film professor, Jean-Pierre Dupont. On va voir si je peux parler en français.
No.
Mais peut-être, peut-être pas. Alors.
All right. Hard act to follow. Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm also playing a 19-year-old film student. His name is Edgar. He's in Portwick, Maine, but his birthplace was Portland, Oregon. And he's a smart boy. He's scruffy, and he's here to also have a good time.
I'm Anna. Hi. And I am playing another Portwick film student, also 19. Her name is Claire Webster. She collects haunted dolls, and she never really got over her 7th grade edgy phase.
Fair.
Nice. Okay, so now that you've met all of our players, we're just going to go over some basic rules for the players at the table and also for anyone watching who does not know how Call of Cthulhu works. So Call of Cthulhu is not played with a D20 like Dungeons & Dragons. It is played with percentile dice and a D10. And basically on your sheets you all have percentage numbers that range anywhere from 2% to 80% usually. And your entire goal in this game and the way to succeed on skill checks is to roll under that number. And sometimes things will get a little bit harder, so you'll have to roll under half of that number for a hard success and under 1/5 of that number for an extreme success. And you can have advantage, disadvantage in this game, which will come in the form of just rolling another D10 and taking the higher or lower depending on what is called for. The other thing that makes Call of Cthulhu is that little number on your sheet that says Sanity. You're all pretty sane people. You're just people, you know. But sometimes throughout the night tonight, you might encounter things that are a little not normal. And in that case, you might have to make a sanity check. And if you fail that sanity check, things might start happening to you. But
What kind of things?
You might start seeing things, you might start hearing things, you might get very afraid of things. But it all depends on just how you play tonight. So good luck with that. Speaking of luck, you all have luck points on your sheet.
Ooh,
and some of you have a little higher numbers than others.
Yeah.
Luck points are basically, I might ask you to make a luck roll if you're trying to do something heroic. And if you roll under, you succeed. If you roll over, you fail. But luck has another component to it, which is if you are making a skill check and it goes just over the number that you want to succeed, you can spend luck points to push it down a little bit. But then that means you have lower luck next time you want to make a luck roll. There isn't a whole lot of combat in Call of Cthulhu, and if we do get there, I can't explain it, but it's pretty simple. Right now, you guys all have your fists because you're college students on a trip right now, so pretty much your only way to get out of things is to get out of things. I'm pretty sure that might be all the rules that we have to go over, but we do, if I'm correct, Bill, have super chat features tonight.
Yes, allow me to explain. I'm actually adding this in the chat too for everybody following along. So during the super chat, if somebody donates, they can choose the effect that they want to donate to interact with the game and the recipient. So for a $10 super chat donation, you can buy a reroll for any of the players, and you have to name who you're buying the reroll for, or for the keeper. For $20, you can buy an automatic success for a player or for the keeper. And for $30, you can
care of
actually buy
sponsors.
someone 10 points of luck. And this only goes to the player. Now, if we have any chaotic evil fans following, and you just want to buy the ability for Jordan to subtract 10 points of luck from someone, we've decided that that is also in the spirit of Halloween, and we will allow that. But you have to specify in the super chat.
Wow. Yes.
Just spend bank and just kill somebody?
Very
Yeah.
How Call of
you're right.
Cthulhu
That's
works.
very Hunger Games-esque.
Yes. There's a good chance most of you won't make it out tonight.
Ooh.
That's okay because it's a one shot.
I mean, it's probably good.
So,
I mean,
no big
do we
deal.
want high sanity or low sanity?
You want the highest sanity possible.
Okay.
The more sanity you lose, the crazier.
Do we
you
lose
go.
it forever?
Yes.
No.
Yes. No. Okay. So, unless there are any questions, any clarification things,
I think we're ready to go.
okay.
And I think all the fans that are watching are ready to
How
go.
many
So
people are
welcome
watching?
to horror.
How many do we have?
We have 36 people.
Nice.
Ooh.
I love
Watching
36.
right
I
now.
love all 36 of you.
Mhm.
This late at night,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that late.
So,
I am asleep at this point.
without further ado, I think we'll just get into it.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Sounds
excited.
good.
Let's do it.
Take us into it.
Okay. Your legs hurt. All of you. I mean, what more can be expected from the 3-hour van ride that you are currently enduring? Despite the chill of an October day in Maine, you find all of your shirts slightly clinging to yourselves and your headache in the back of your skulls. The trees kind of glide past you until they merge into one long strip of reddish green, and all the shaking sounds of your film equipment in the back of the van drones on over the noise of your Best of 70s playlist that is currently on rerun number 4. Maybe some of you dozed off on the way from campus out to this middle of nowhere, but not you, Jean-Pierre. You've been driving this entire time. You are well aware of the feeling of being on the road for way too long, having been to a lot of film locations in your days. There's barely enough room in this van for all of the coffee cups and Diet Coke cans you've accumulated thus far. Luckily, you recognize the exit you've come to and turn sharply, heading off into an unpaved road straight into the beginnings of the Addelview Forest. 20 minutes later, your destination appears through the trees, Mayweather Manor. It's bigger than any house any of you have ever stepped foot in. It's also 100 times more gaudier than any house you've ever stepped in before. You would call it charmingly rustic if you took all of the charm out of it. The reason that you're all here, as I'm sure you all recall very well, is because tonight is a very special night for you. For the first time in over 126 years, the rare Leonid Kalem meteor shower is descending upon the New England coastal towns, and the 4 of you college freshmen, as well as your film professor, have been allowed the opportunity to temporarily rent out the Mayweather Manor as a base of operations for your film project. The project in question is a documentary about tonight's meteor shower, as well as the rare flora and fauna that are said to appear in the woods like these. The details of tonight's shoot are still partially undecided, but as for now, The only thing you guys are focused on is the fact that you finally stopped moving, and possibly that you all have to use the bathroom. As Jean-Pierre finally puts the van in park and it grows a little bit quieter, what would you all like to do?
Kind of want to pee.
Okay. I mean, you're all currently in the van. You're all kind of smushed together
Well,
because
get
it's
out of
not-
the van.
Yeah, and you pulled up right in the front.
C'est possible que you can, how you say, bring all the baggage. You are a strong young man.
Oui.
Perhaps. Merci. Moi, il faut que j'aille aux toilettes maintenant. Au WC. I look around. Is there somewhere where I can pee discreetly?
Well, you are on the edge of the forest clearing currently, so you could go out.
I just
to
find a big
the
tree.
forest. Okay.
Just like, I'm not super, self-conscious.
Okay.
As a Frenchman, I'm very comfortable with peeing on buildings, other people's homes,
All right.
sidewalks. So I
Okay.
just,
So yeah,
I find a tree and I pee on it.
I grab my stuff and I face the other direction and start walking towards the mansion.
Okay, so you watch Claire like grab all of her stuff, which isn't a lot of stuff, by the way. You basically have like your backpack. You have just any basic things that you might bring with you on just a night excursion. And as you guys, I assume, go out to the back to get the film equipment.
Yeah.
You do, so you open it up and there's 2 cameras and like the equipment that goes along with it. But you do know that it's not a lot, mostly because you guys have a production assistant who took the other van full of more equipment and has arrived multiple hours before you guys, because on the way there, you guys, the engine did kind of burst into flames and you guys had to take care of it. So you've got some stuff, but you recognize some stuff is probably already in the house.
Okay.
After peeing, I happily walk towards the house.
All right, so like Claire is way ahead of you at this point. She's just like not looking at you. What are you guys doing?
I'm finding a smaller tree and peeing on that one.
Okay.
Because
you walk
Edgar's
over.
very comfortable
Okay.
with peeing. as
So you
well.
find one, it's actually like right next to the spot that Jean-Pierre just went, and you just do your thing.
And was Brad able to carry everything in? Is there still anything left?
Why don't you go ahead and make a strength check? First roll of the night.
All right. Just these?
Yep.
That's 87.
And what's your strength?
80.
Okay, so that is a failure if you like to push it, or just leave it.
Can I just leave it?
Yeah, so
what's
you
gonna
watch,
happen?
Brad's currently in the back and he's got one of the cameras up over kind of his shoulder, and the other one he just can't seem to get his hand around it, and he's like fumbling, and you watch him like hit his shin on the back of the van, and he's just like,
Hey, do you need some help?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go take the one he's having a little trouble with.
okay. All right, that's not that big of a deal because they're relatively light on their own, so. You guys both have equipment. You're done peeing.
Yeah.
Is there any furniture in the mansion?
Yes. So you guys all kind of
Okay.
go up and you come to these, again, giant gaudy doors. They're made of like oak, but they've got like the brass handles on them, and they're just very intricately carved.
Like, what era is this house?
This is probably, it's a mix between modern coastal and like someone who got stuck in the early 1900s and just
Okay.
never bothered to update their stuff.
Okay.
So it's very, like, it clashes with itself. But
So it's ugly.
yes, very.
Instead of like staring in amazement at the house, Edgar's just gonna run his finger across some of the wood and be so dusty. It's disgusting.
You all can kind of pull your finger back, and there's like a little bit of dust.
Yeah, but he's just
But
it's just too much for him.
okay, so you guys all kind of knock on the door, and after probably like a minute or two, you hear the kind of and the door opens up. One of the doors.
What time of day is it again, roughly?
It's around probably 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
But at this time, it's still pretty light outside.
Okay.
So you guys open up the door, and there's a butler waiting there, and says, "Oh, hello. I see you've all arrived." And then you hear a voice in the back go, "Oi, is that them?" And then after a couple seconds, you see this kind of younger girl who's got like fiery red hair, but it's pretty short, and kind of olive skin. And she comes out of the back, and she looks right at you, and she goes, "It's about time you've arrived." And you recognize this
oui.
as your production assistant,
That's our PA.
Rosalind.
Mais oui, it's been quite a long drive, so we would like to get everything in and begin planning. Have you had the opportunity to familiarize yourself with this place?
Kind
little
of,
bit.
kind of. You just bring in the stuff. Come on, come on.
How
And then
old is she?
She is probably in her mid to late 20s. She was a student of yours for a couple of years, who just kind of signed on as your PA for the university, which isn't a big deal because Portwood University is not the richest, but they do have a good film department. So
Excellent.
She kind of brings you guys inside, and you come to. It's right off the main foyer, but it's still on the ground floor. It's like this big control hub, and you see multiple cameras. There's about 8 little screens, and there's a bunch of different switchers and keyboards and stuff like that, and they're all hooked up. And she says, "Okay, well, so I'm sure you know why we're all here to do this, but the problem is this forest is huge, and we don't have a lot of time to do this because the meteor shower only lasts for a little while. So I went ahead while you guys were busy, and I started setting things up." And she points you over to the screens, and she says, "I went ahead and I installed some security cameras in the forest. I had them help me, obviously, because I can't get around all that place by myself, but and she points, and there are 6 of them that are currently showing different parts of the forest. And it goes A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6. And she goes, "Okay, well, this part is the eastern section, and this part is the western section, and this part is the tree line right back behind the house. And there's another one that is of just this weird clearing where there doesn't seem to be any trees. And then there's one that's just like a creek." And she says, "Okay, well, those are the ones that I got set up. The only problem is there are 2," and she kind of pulls them off of the table, and she goes, "2 that I haven't set up yet. And these are for the northern part of the woods. I just haven't gotten that far. Obviously, you guys showed up. And there are 2 little spots on the monitors where you can see it says A7 and A8, and both of them say no signal."
Oh,
And she goes, "Oh, well, just to turn them, all you do is," and she flips a little switch, and all of a sudden the screen lights up, and it's just your face, just because it's right in your face. And she flicks it back off and says, "Okay, so these are just, you guys got to set them up, and then things will start happening, and then we'll kind of go from there, I think."
what is the best way to do this, I wonder? Peut-être on peut ensemble or separate?
I've been thinking about that a little bit. I think that if you guys go as a group, it'll be beneficial. But I do have, I have, and she like fumbles around in her stuff, and she brings out 2 walkie-talkies, and she says, okay, one will stay here, and then you guys will take the other one. And we'll be looking on the security cameras. We can tell you where to go, where we find some of these, if there are like weird stuff that starts happening, or like if meteors fall, maybe we can get some of that stuff. But I will need you to stay back with me because I can't monitor all these. I do have some other equipment and stuff to get prepared. But,
Yes, of course. Edgar, do not forget to bring the l'appareil photo, huh? Take the pictures
yes.
of document the process. It's very important to study what it is that we are doing while we are doing it. If you think about it, it's like a documentary of a documentary. Huh?
So I've been on my phone this whole time, but I look up from it and I say, I think we should split up. That sounds like a great idea. The middle of the woods, mansion, abandoned, except for a butler. Let's split up, gang.
But it's not safe, I think, because if you get lost in the woods, it's very difficult. You have no cell phone signal, so you students stay together, move quickly, follow other places Roselyne has indicated, and alors après, on peut manger et peut-être boire un peu de vin. Hein?
They're all 19.
Ah oui, but in France, you can drink when you are 14, so...
I snap my bubble gum and I go back to my phone.
Don't worry, guys. It's gonna be like a great bonding experience. As we go up there, you know, we can just chat, talk about some stuff. It'll be fun.
Edgar just starts like recording everything that's like not that important, but he wants to follow Captain's orders like as hard as possible. So he's like,
Oh, he's a sucker?
yeah. Like, he's like, I got it, Chief. Don't worry.
I just go, whatever.
Alors, dépêche-toi, bouge,
Alright.
bouge ton cul, hein?
So she hands you guys, she just holds out one of the walkie-talkies to whoever wants to take it. And then she says, will you guys have the 2 cameras that you'll be taking with you, obviously. And then you have your camera. I'm sure you'll be fine. And just, yeah, is there anything else I'm missing? And she's like a little frantic. She's like, I don't...
I think you are doing very well, Roselyne. I am actually quite impressed with how well you have organized all of these procedures.
Thank you. I mean, I'm still kind of a little shocked that we are here doing this. I didn't expect to get a personal invitation from the Mayweathers to come here and rent this place out, but I think that you'll be okay. It starts in about, I don't know, maybe 2 hours is right when the sun goes down, you'll probably see them. So I think if you guys maybe want to go set up the cameras or go check your equipment, I think you should be okay.
Rosalind, do you want to make sure there's some batteries in these walkie-talkies? I've got a little bit of a like spooky feeling
Okay,
about it.
so she picks it up and she like twists a little knob and she turns it on and she goes, hello, hello, and you hear it very clearly come out the other end,
I'm gonna also hold it up and like, hey, testing, can you hear me?
and it comes out very, very clearly on the other end. She goes, yeah, I mean, I had tested them. I don't know why they wouldn't work.
Okay.
So,
There's no way that's going to last.
Let's hope.
Okay, then,
Want to get a move on, gang?
yeah, I guess we head out. I wave and I say, bye, Roz, and I do not say anything to the professor.
okay. She just goes, bye, Claire.
Bye, Roz. Bye, Chief. See you when we come back.
Bon voyage, mes étudiants, bon voyage. So,
All right, we go in, I guess.
So you guys kind of step out the back door onto this porch, and there is in the backyard, before you get to the tree line, there is like a fountain, and it's one of those gaudy like plaza fountains, you know, and there's a statue of like a woman, and she's like outstretched, and she's got all the fabric draping around her, and it's just kind of trickling water down, and you're like, why do they have a fountain in the backyard? But you just kind of shrug it off, and you guys kind of keep walking.
I take a selfie with it.
You kind of have to like crane your neck up because the thing is,
Yeah.
again, everything in this mansion is huge.
I'm gonna go like,
All right, so which way are you guys heading?
North.
Correct.
I mean, the
Well,
whole forest is yours.
which one is farther?
Which direction?
Well, we've got
Yeah,
2
which
cameras
side?
to set up,
right. She wanted you to set them both up more like the clearing camera, the A6 camera, is set up in the northeast. So there's still one to set up in the northwest and one to set up just due north.
Do you guys want to do? We should do this in character, shouldn't we?
I thought it was.
Sorry.
I have a feeling we're closer a little bit to the northwest area, guys. You want to try that one out first?
Yeah.
What are your chances?
Why not?
Whatever.
So does anyone have like a compass or anything, or should we just kind of?
We have phones, right? GPS it.
You do. You guys do have a compass. I would assume that at least one of you has a compass in your bag supplies, unless literally all of you forgot to bring a compass.
I don't know. It
In which
doesn't.
case we'll go from
Right here.
I don't.
I just said.
I mean, the
basic
sun is
supply.
setting, right?
there. Yeah, it's getting
So-
around dusk.
Listen, that way is west, and that means that way's north. So, walk straight. With pencil. Just launch it.
All right.
All right,
I
so
think
you
it's
guys-
time to get a move on. Got to get this done in the next 2 hours.
Yep.
Don't want to upset Chief. Let's get going.
Chief.
I think this is the right direction to go. How does everybody feel about that?
Indicate which direction it is. Is
Right
it
there, northwest, right there.
okay? Sure, northwest.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys start setting off. You've got your. You guys still carrying the cameras? One on each, or are you carrying both of them?
I was carrying them like that. I can carry one of the cameras.
Yeah. All right, so you guys go off carrying the cameras, and you're making your way down there. Switch to you. You're still in the mansion, and at this point, the butler has kind of just gone off to do his own thing. And Rosalind says, "By the way, I kind of don't want to alarm you, but the Mayweathers were supposed to be out of town tonight, and this dinner party that they were supposed to go to got mysteriously canceled, so they're currently still in the house. They promised that they wouldn't bother us much, but they told me that they were very excited that we were here to get this stuff and just make sure that we credit them as the ones who let this happen."
But of course, we will. I would be honored to meet them if it's possible, but if not, I would respect their privacy as well. What have you seen of this mansion? It seems like they are very wealthy, but perhaps a little bit old-fashioned, I think you say. Maybe a
Yeah.
little bit strange.
Yeah, I mean, I've really only seen this kind of part of the floor. I was planning on going upstairs, but that's where their kind of private quarters are, so I don't want to disturb them, obviously.
And the valet, the man who opened the door for us, he lives here as well.
I believe so, yeah. There are a couple.
Has he shown you where we can stay?
Yeah, and then she points down this kind of longer hallway, and she goes, "Yeah, there are just kind of like simple guest rooms in there, but I don't know. Maybe if this goes well, we'll be out of here by tomorrow morning, so we won't have to stay very long. But I haven't seen much of this place. It is kind of weird, isn't it? It's kind of like gaudy, but I guess that's who they are, And she kind of like points behind her, and there's this huge portrait, like old-fashioned portrait style painted of the Mayweathers, and you would all recognize them because they're pretty notable people in this town. They're the most politically powerful people in this town. And so there's, on the left, there's a big portrait of Julius, and he's just this kind of like older man, and he's got very tall, very broad shoulders, and he's got kind of like coiffed hair, and it's a darker brown with a couple streaks of white in it, and he's kind of got a little goatee going on, which is significantly darker than his hair. And then next to him is his wife, Adelaide, who is significantly younger than him, it appears. And she's kind of your typical Southern belle. She's from Georgia, and she used to be an archaeologist. You all would know this because she very ostentatiously flaunts it all the time that she's very powerful. And she wears, her pearls in her dresses, and she's got her long hair. And it's kind of rare to see them around, but they do appear around town pretty often. And you would know because you got contacted personally by them to come and do this.
So I've never met them in person, but I know them by reputation, and do I know if they're like financial supporters of the school? Do they provide like endowments to the university, or?
You would know that they provide a lot of money specifically to the film department, And they also provide a gracious amount of money to like the history and archaeology departments of the school.
Okay.
So
But they don't like attend a lot of events publicly?
Julius attends most events. His wife isn't usually seen as much, but she usually shows up to big, like, elections and things like that.
And do we know, like, about the rest of their family? Like, do they have children?
No, they don't have any children, and you know that his family came from a very long line of people who lived in Portwick and who have been kind of the heads of this town for a very, very long time.
Okay.
How'd they make their money?
Roll a history check.
Wait, I have history. Do I still need to roll?
I'll chime in on that because I have I have a pretty buff history. 84, which is in
And then you want to
fact
roll lower than your
higher
Yeah.
than my history. So by I have no idea.
Whoa, I think it was just 14.
14?
Yeah.
So if you have if it's filled in like that, then you look at that number.
Can I roll as well? To figure out how they.
Sure.
Which one?
Wait.
If anybody wants to roll the...
So it would be
Just
percentage.
Hold on.
times
So
you
So
just
you
read
rolled
the
a
number
14.
like here.
Yeah.
If
And
you
your
roll
number
this,
says 60,
Yeah.
which means...
That would be a-
What is...
you
Can you
need to
read
have
that
1/10.
number?
30 and 12.
Okay, so that would be a hard
this is the
success
10.
because you rolled less than half.
And then this is,
Okay.
so that would be 75. Get it?
Oh. Okay.
Or,
Okay, so I'm doing
98,
percentages, and I
except you
especially want
wanna
to
roll
get
low in this
between these
game?
two.
oh my God.
Yeah, the lower the better.
Okay, so I got 14.
We're
Here,
just
I'll do it.
screwed.
I'll do
Okay,
it. I'll do it.
so Jean-Pierre, you're
I
thinking
failed
of
my-
this
my
question.
history
Yeah,
roll.
you're thinking of this question. You're like, I don't know how they make their money. They're just rich. Rich people are always rich. And
Well, and in a small town, and they've been generations of rich, it doesn't really matter.
yeah, it doesn't really matter. But Claire, you know that you're not actually too sure how Julius came into his power. It's just probably, because his family has been in power. But you know that his wife, Adelaide, came up from the south because she was part of a very well-known archaeology kind of, not firm, but whatever the word for that is. And she made a lot of money finding a lot of good things around the country, and then eventually, for reasons probably unknown to most people, she just came into Portwick and settled down and married Julius.
Okay.
All right, so
Since I'm pretty confident that Rosalind's got the production plans in place, I want to go down to my guest bedroom
okay.
and just put my personal bag in there and kind of scope it out. I'm a little nosy and curious.
So you go down to your room. It's just down the hallway. Yours is the first one on the right, and you
Yeah.
just kind of open it up. And it's pretty simple compared to the rest of the house. It's just, you've got your little twin bed, and you've got a closet to put all your stuff in. Just simple wood floor, simple
Anything
curtains.
interesting in the closet or dressers?
Make a spot hidden check.
If these dice roll high again, I'm going to have to do a swap. All right, that's good. 12. I think I succeeded.
What's your spot hidden?
40.
And so half of that's 20.
Mhm.
1/5 of that is
12.
okay. So you extreme success.
I mean, not 1/5 of it, sorry. 1/4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hard success. So you kind of rummage around a little bit in there, and you're just pulling out basic stuff and whatever, and then you pull out the back of the closet, kind of unhinges itself a little bit, and you open it up.
Like a
and
secret door?
Not like a secret door,
Oh.
just like a secret kind
Like
of
a panel.
compartment. Yeah,
Okay.
like a panel of
Yeah.
it. And you pull it back, and there is a shotgun in there.
Okay.
I close that panel.
Okay.
I close the closet door.
Okay.
I leave my bag of clothes on the bed, but I just take out my toiletries. Is there a bathroom in the hallway?
Yeah, there's kind of a common bathroom between
Okay.
each set of bedrooms.
I go to the bathroom.
Okay.
I brush my teeth. Just check out the bathroom.
Right.
Is there a linen closet in the bathroom too?
Yeah, there is, and you kind of open it.
Is there a
and-
shotgun in there? 33. I made. the
Okay,
roll.
success.
Yeah.
You don't find a shotgun in the linen closet,
But you do find a katana. What? Who are these people?
In the linen closet?
But
I'm
you
gonna cut your linen.
do
Yeah.
find a little set of like decorative bones.
Okay.
If you kind of like run your fingers along them, they're not real, but they're just kind of decorative. Like it's like a little human skull, and it's got like a little candle on the top of it, and there are just two little bones on the side, and then in front of those are your little like soap bars and your little.
What are they
stuff.
made of? I know I don't know this, but
They're just like you kind of run your hands along it, and it's just like plastic.
they have Halloween decorations in their bathroom.
Okay.
What time
You
of
know what?
year is
I'm not.
this?
It's fun.
I'm not triggered. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it doesn't strike you as too weird considering that Adelaide is a renowned anthropologist.
Yeah.
So you're like, she probably just likes bones.
Yeah. That's fine.
The hot.
Because there
Um,
are like little kind of decorations around the house that are like little trims of, not real bones, but little decorative.
My
bones.
last mundane task would just be I'd like to go to the kitchen.
Okay.
If it's on, I'm assuming on this first floor.
Mm-hmm.
See if there's like anything in the kitchen that I could just like look in the fridge, look in the pantry. Can I make a sandwich? Like just something
Sure.
simple.
You didn't even need to roll that for that because they
Yeah.
have a lot of food.
Yeah.
So you just.
So I kind of just acquaint myself with my bedroom, the bathroom, the kitchen, and then once I make the sandwich, I walk back to where Rosalind's base of operations is.
Yeah, so like as you're kind of making the sandwich, you kind of hear, because your little control center is pretty far away from the kitchen, you just hear kind of like mumbles and kind of muffled bickering. And as you kind of take your sandwich and you're kind of walking back and you're eating it, Rosalind is like taking her keys and her stuff and she's going, oh my God, someone just broke into my car. So, and you see the butler kind of waiting at the door and she goes, I will be right back if I don't kill the person first. And she kind of, she just yells out like watch the cameras. I think those kids are already in the forest. And then she just kind of leaves.
All right. I sit
And
down
the
with
butler kind of opens it and closes the door.
I sit down with my sandwich. I watch the cameras,
Okay.
and I sit by the walkie-talkie.
And what you see is you guys have basically made your way up there by now. You get to the northwest portion and you find a spot that you're like, this seems like a decent spot. It's a bunch of trees. Everything's a bunch of trees around here. And you guys set up the camera.
How do we want to go about? Are we trying to string this to a tree? To like.
I mean, what kind of camera do we have? Like, I assume it's an outdoor camera, but
Yeah, it's an outdoor camera, and you see, and it's kind of got stuff, like it's got a couple like latches and stuff where you could theoretically find a skinny enough tree and just hook it
is
around.
it like a deer cam?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
something akin to a deer camera. It's just a little security camera.
Understood. Alright, guys, we should start finding a good tree to put this on. What's the best one you see around here? Best view?
Roll for tree.
I'm not really like an outdoors person. I don't know. What about you, Brad? I know you like forests and stuff.
That one right there. That one. And I point out the most perfect skinny tree. And it's specifically an aspen tree.
Got it. Understood.
Okay, so who is setting up the camera?
I'll do
Edgar.
it.
Somebody else. I'm the tree
I mean,
finder.
you
can do it.
can assist each other and get a advantage on a roll if one of you wanted to make it.
No problem. I'll give you a helping hand.
Thanks so much.
Okay, so Edgar, I want you
Kind
to,
of passively. Thanks.
I kind of want, I'm gonna have you make an electronics roll
Alrighty.
to see if you can set this up in a position that's good and covers a lot
This
of
one and
ground
this one?
and does not drop the camera on the ground and shatter it.
I don't know. Try it.
This one and this one.
No. I would say roll that as your tens, and then whatever this is your ones. So roll them both.
But that one goes double digit.
Oh my God.
Don't you just
That
have
would be a
real
22,
percentiles?
see?
Oh.
I'm gonna go get tens.
Got it.
Do
You said I
need
like.
tens or percentiles? Because I have an extra
I-
percentile.
I want a percentile, please.
Our
like
DM
You can
has
use these if you want.
Okay, I'll use these.
Plus, my character's watching you guys.
True.
So
Okay.
What did they say
I
in
got
the chat?
I have a 22.
The 22?
And my electronics is 70.
70. So what is Anybody? Did I put a number on there that's 1/5 of that in the tiny box?
No, you did not.
And that's
1/5
electronics.
of 70, I'm going to
70 is
assume
14. So what did you roll?
12. 22. No, 22.
22? Okay. So it's a hard success. So you don't break the camera. You kind of scurry yourself up the tree a little bit, and just enough to wrap it around, and you kind of get it hooked up, and you kind of flick the switch, and a little green light on the side of it kind of comes on, and you're like, I'm pretty sure that's set up.
No.
You're a film student, so you'd imagine that it's on. And you kind of shimmy back down the tree a little bit.
All right, guys. That's 1 of 2. What's our next move?
All right, let's try to get this second one up because I'm getting a little chilly out here.
Brad, you're a gentleman. Why don't you
Assuming.
offer? Why don't you offer her your coat?
Because there's a lapel mic attached to it, so it doesn't work.
Theoretically.
But yeah, I'll just wrap it around her. Now I'm very cold.
I make a gagging noise and
Oh
go
my
back
god,
to texting.
you're like so sweet. I can't even.
Oh my God, aren't they so cute?
No.
Edgar's just kind of like so invested in this relationship, like trying to make it work.
Claire's going through a breakup. This is the 3rd time they've broken up in this month.
Okay, just because you don't
Claire?
find success doesn't mean that other people can't.
Edgar, I'm going to rip every follicle of hair out of your scalp if you do not stop touching me.
Sorry, Claire.
Yeah.
All right, let's head for that next camera, guys.
Okay, so you guys start walking, and it's getting colder outside, and now that you don't have your Letterman jacket, it's getting cold outside. And you guys are kind of making your way slowly through the trees, heading what you think is north. Is somebody leading the charge here?
Edgar, because he's a kiss ass.
Edgar. Okay, I want you to make a survival check for me.
Oh, buddy.
Okay.
See if you guys can
you
accurately
want
find your way
these?
north as
Yeah,
it's
because you can.
yeah.
That's much
As it's
better.
getting darker outside, I just want
Okay. Survival. It's not filled in.
so there's a little black number next to the word.
10%.
So you have to roll below that. What did you roll?
So which ones are
13.
13.
13? Okay, well that's not that bad. It could have been like 73. So Edgar is kind of like orienting himself, and he's like, and the sun's going down, and he's like, which way does the sun set? Right. And then you start walking in a direction that you're pretty confident is north.
With a question mark.
Yeah,
North.
and you guys are all
Can-
kind of looking at Edgar.
Can anyone else try to?
Can I
Navigate.
ensure that Edgar is correct?
Sure.
All right.
Make a survival check.
Awesome.
The one with actual proficiency in survival?
63.
What's your survival?
Not bad.
30.
Okay, so you're kind of going in this direction, and you're pretty confident, like, yeah, this is north. It's as close as north as we're gonna get. And then Brad goes, no. And he grabs you by the shoulder and twists you this way and just starts walking.
Okay, Brad, you didn't have to be that aggressive, but
He goes,
I-
this is north.
Edgar's just the most like passive little boy, like little college student you've ever seen. Of course. He really wants to be in charge, but he doesn't actually know what he's doing.
Okay.
I kind of go like, dumbass, as I walk past him.
Okay, so
Pretty
you guys are all
self-meaning.
walking in
in a
a
bad
direction
mood.
that you believe to be north. And it's getting darker and darker outside, and the sun is finally pretty much sunk below the horizon. There are still bits of pink and orange kind of coming over the trees. And you guys keep walking and keep walking and keep walking, and you kind of stop and you realize that you are in front, you kind of come across a creek. And you kind of recognize it from the cameras. You're like, this kind of looks like the thing that we saw on the cameras, because it's pretty wide across and it's rushing a little bit, and there are two trees that are kind of bent over it a little bit. And you guys are on one side, and the other side of the bank is on the other side. And you're pretty confident that that way is north.
How deep is it? Or
You want to check?
no, I want to know how wide it is. Never mind.
Okay, how wide it is? It's probably, if you two of you lay down like that.
10 feet.
Yeah, it's
That
probably
was
about.
a suggestion. 2 of you laid down.
It's-
Can I check how deep it is?
How do you want to check how deep it is?
I have no idea. I just want to know how deep it is.
Do you drop something in it?
Yeah.
You know what? I find a little branch off
Okay.
this tree. I try to break it off, but Edgar's just not strong enough, so he has to ask Brad to break it off.
Okay.
Thank you, Brad.
Instantly.
All right.
Thanks lots, Brad. Stick it in the thing.
Okay.
Stick it in the creek.
It's not super deep. It's probably, I mean, it almost goes up to the tip of the branch, but you would think that it'd maybe go a little bit below your shins if you stepped into it.
But it's 10 feet?
Yes, and the water is very cold.
And you
it's kind of
tried,
rushing.
and Edgar tried it at the edge?
Yes.
That's not the deepest part. But
But Edgar doesn't know that.
so guys, I'm okay with walking across. I
What
have
is-
nothing.
What tells me if I'm smart? Am I smart?
It's cold.
Your intelligence or
It's
education
real
up at the
cold.
top.
Oh, okay.
Intelligence is more your street smarts, education is more your book smarts.
Do I want a low number or a high number?
You want a high number because then it's easier to roll below it.
Okay, I'm smart. I'm going to also pick up a stick,
Okay.
and I'm going to wade in, but I'm going to use my stick like a blind person cane in front of me.
Okay, so you start wading in, and immediately it's very, very cold. You immediately almost lose feeling in your toes because it's getting nighttime, and you kind of wave your stick around a little bit, and you're poking it, and it goes probably maybe another couple inches deeper than Edgar had found, but it doesn't actually get very deep. You'd think it'd come maybe above your knees a little bit. But it is, the longer you stay in it, the colder it is.
Then I'm going to move as quickly as I can while still poking in front of me.
Okay, are you looking across or are you looking like down in the river as you're
I'm looking
poking?
at the water.
Okay, as you're, so you're kind of going, and all of a sudden you're poking, and you just see something go,
Okay. How
and you
big?
kind of jump back. You're not really sure how big it was, but it was something quick. And it just went, and
We
then
all see it.
Probably not.
It depends on where you guys are. Are you guys still on the other side?
No, I walked right up behind her and I started walking.
Okay, so you see something go, and then you go, and then you see another thing go in front of you.
Claire,
Yes.
did you see it?
Yes, Edgar. I saw it.
And, you,
It was in front. Oh. Oh.
Claire,
and I
can we please
need
get out?
both of you to make a sanity check.
You go first.
First sanity roll of the night.
Both ready
You want to
go.
roll below that number. The
You
little
want-
number right there. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Please.
93.
93.
Ooh.
That's not below. That's not below 60 at all.
Mm-mm. I mean, you could push it if you wanted to.
10.
Is this?
Yeah, that would be 10, I think.
Either a 10 or a 1. Either way.
10? Well, I'm just trying to figure out if this is 100.
No, it wouldn't
No,
be
no,
100.
It can't do 100? Okay, then it's done.
Okay, then it's 10. So Edgar starts kind of freaking out, and you lose one sanity point as you just start because it's getting dark out, and you're just seeing a bunch of things in the water. You're going, ah, 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 ah. And then Claire just kind of grabs you under your arm and goes, it's fish. And you're just seeing a bunch of little fish go by you in this big kind of stream.
I want to shout over them and be like, guys, is it wet?
Water! Of course it's wet!
Oh.
There's fish in here!
It's a desert.
I don't like to be wet. You gotta make it across somehow.
Yeah, but when I signed up for this trip, nobody told me that I had to get wet to get the grade.
Can't he just carry you?
That's gonna be.
Man.
I have dice.
We also have dice.
We're sharing now. We're bonding.
Yeah. Bondage.
Okay, so are you guys making, you guys are pretty much farther than halfway across it at this point. Are you just
Okay.
gonna keep going?
Yeah, I'm still pulling
I'm
it.
gonna keep walking,
You just keep
but
walking?
Edgar's iron deficiency is acting up, and he's just
Okay, so you kind of,
I give Edgar my coat.
okay.
based off of Drea.
Clara wraps her coat around you a little bit, and you guys make it to the other end, and you kind
You
of
have your own.
shake off your pants, and you're on the other side.
We now have 2 coatless party members.
There you go.
So are you guys following them?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to carry her, unfortunately.
I don't want to get wet.
Okay.
So
You have the
that's
camera, don't you?
strength.
Yeah, you guys have the cameras as well.
You guys should take some cameras.
I
I
sit
just really wanna
down
see
and get my
Brad.
phone out.
Brad, wrap the cameras around your neck, and then carry your lady.
Well, there's one, right? Because we
You
already
each
set up
have one, and it's kind of like a tripod stand with the camera attached to it.
Get the phone, Dave.
Well, can I? How long is it? Like,
It's only about 10 feet across.
like the tripod itself.
Oh, the
Yeah.
tripod? It's pretty, I mean, it's a standard sized tripod. You can
Because I'm
Janet.
you can really
thinking
carry it
of-
with both hands,
I
or
wrote it
you
down.
can tuck it under one and carry it like that.
Because I'm thinking of like going out into the water and like holding it by the end and having them grab it. So like
Okay.
I only walk like halfway in the water and then reach across with it extended out to them.
Who are you giving it to?
Edgar, he looks real ready.
All right, Edgar, I want you to make a luck roll.
Not mine anymore. Hold up. Which one do I?
So you have to say which one is the tens and which one is the ones.
Oh, okay.
Just pick one and then re-roll, I guess. 'Cause
I
that-
make the
that's
green, the
cheesiest.
green the tens, black the ones. Okay.
Yeah.
84.
And what's your luck?
50.
So
Okay.
at this time, I should probably tell everybody to get ready to write down your benefits from our fans so far.
Oh wow. So
Thus far,
Wait, I want to pick some dice. Those are cool.
Anna,
What? Yes.
you have a reroll.
I do?
Jenny, you have one reroll. Melissa, you have one reroll. DJ, you have one reroll.
Okay.
Jordan, you have one reroll.
Oh.
But wait, there's more. Jenny, you also have one automatic success. Don't waste it. And I also have one automatic success.
Nice.
Because
Jean-Pierre will need it.
Rymore and DOD and
Shout
sorry,
out.
and people have donated. So thank you everybody.
Thank you,
for
everybody.
playing
for
along. And
donating.
Thank
now,
you.
continue.
Okay, so you reach across and you're giving Edgar the camera, and Edgar, you reach out for it, your hand gets onto the camera, but not on the other end of it. So the whole tripod just goes into the river.
Is it waterproof?
Just,
And you're
just the
still
tripod
holding
or
it?
the
It's
camera?
outdoors.
It is outdoor.
It's currently just the tripod part, but the stream is currently attempting to drag your camera down.
And I'm like pulling as hard as I physically can.
Okay, make a strength check.
Please.
Butterfingers.
That's a 9.
Well, 92.
So maybe now would be the time when you want to burn that reroll.
Yeah, you know what? I probably
It's
should.
a
There we
waterproof
go.
camera.
Is it a waterproof camera?
It's an
It
outside
might be,
camera.
but it's not distance proof because the
It is
stream
red.
is currently
Well
taking it
put.
away from you.
That's
Well
yeah.
put, Jordan.
Well, there. Please. That's
The
another.
92.
Oh,
No, it's
that's
29.
29. Yes.
29.
Yeah.
Okay,
Strength
so
is 40.
all right, cool. So you managed to grab it and you hoist the camera part. You really wish that Jean-Pierre is not looking at you right now on the cameras because you are currently holding it in a way you should not be holding the camera, just to pull it out of the river.
I would never disappoint my father like that.
But you get it, and it's out, and it's kind of wet on the bottom, but you think it's waterproof. The camera didn't actually get wet this time.
Sorry, and the Aeromac was the person who bought a reroll for everyone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yes.
All right,
Just
so
save the camera.
you're good. You don't have any camera in your hand anymore.
So now I'm gonna walk back and
Okay.
wipe off, I don't know, creek gunk and then pick her up.
Right?
So is that gonna be a strength check to walk us across?
I will say yes. Make one
Okay.
strength check just
All
to
right.
see
All right.
if you can carry all of that equipment with you.
Well, the thing is, that's a 98.
98.
Jenny got dumped into the river.
Can we get an S in the chat?
We're gonna waste that re-roll.
Okay.
Really don't want to drop Janet there, do you?
Well,
Get wet.
The
I
tally
mean-
has been adjusted.
Can you imagine?
if this is
She's
worse,
very fit.
I don't think it can be that much worse. Is that a 1%?
That is.
that's a 1.
1%.
It's a critical success.
So you, in one swift motion, Brad just goes bridal style, picks up Janet and the camera, and just wades straight across the creek, like Jesus walking on water.
I'm just like waving to them as I cross the stream, like, guys, look.
Yep. And so you make it to the other side. You put her down. You have all of your stuff, and
That's
you
how it's done.
continue
You drop
on.
her.
And
Drop
right
her,
as you
drop her. That's how it's done.
And right as you're kind of setting her down, it's dark at this point by the time you guys are getting across. As soon as you set her down, there's all of a sudden this blue light that starts emanating, and you look up and you just see Claire.
Do I see this on the cameras?
Yeah.
I radio to them. I'm like, allez vite, set up the last camera. Hurry up.
So
You're missing it.
As you're
I make sure we're
radioing
recording.
them, as you're radioing them, you're kind of frantically looking at the cameras and you're telling them to hurry up, and you watch as
Hurry up.
a streak of light goes, and on camera A6, which is the clearing camera in the northeast, you see a little something go
Oh no.
and hit, and it's
So I see this.
blue. Yes, and it's the same kind of color of blue as is going across the.
Oh, so it's like a comet or something landed.
And you see it's pretty small. The only way you can really tell that it landed was because it's kind of blue,
Mm-hmm.
and the cameras are otherwise pretty dark at this point. So
When you are finished setting up the last camera, hurry over to the A6 area. There seems to have been something that it's fall from the sky, like a little piece of something. Make sure Edgar takes pictures, good pictures. Shoot some video. Hurry up.
Sorry, Captain.
You're taking too long.
yeah, and as you kind of click off of the radio at that point, you're staring at this one camera, and you just kind of pull your head back a little bit, and on camera A1, it says no signal. In the camera
Oh,
that-
zut alors! Can you hear me? The camera on A1, it lost signal. You must fix this too. Hurry.
I take another bite from my sandwich from the warmth of the mansion as my
So-
students work hard. This is basically how most truck shoots go.
Accurate, yeah.
So,
So you guys kind of, I would imagine you pick up your pace a little bit,
Oh.
and in the direction that you think is heading north, and then you.
do I see them going in the right way?
You
Or do
saw
I see them not going in the right way?
You saw them go onto the creek camera, which is north central,
Mhm.
and you see them. You just see them all run across. You see the camera fall in the river, and you're like,
Mhm.
I need to talk to Edgar about that. And then you, and then you watch them go off, and then they're off the camera. You can't see them anymore. And you guys are going, and you're going, and you're going, and you come into the trees kind of part a little bit, and you see them, Jean-Pierre, on the edge of camera A6,
A6 is where?
northeast.
You are close to the edge of A6. This is where I saw that blue thing fall.
So you guys
Go document it and then go fix the camera that is offline.
So you guys see across, it's not too far across the clearing, but you do see kind of a dull bluish glow on the edge of the clearing on the other side.
Edgar starts recording immediately.
Okay.
He's just like, guys, what should we do?
Do we just walk up to space debris?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Would it be reasonable to have a Geiger counter?
Have a what?
A Geiger
I
counter.
pull out my Geiger counter.
Well,
Roll. What do I roll for that?
I would roll occult
Okay.
just to see if that's something that you would feasibly carry on your person because of who you are.
Where? I put down that she does amateur ghost hunting, but very badly.
Okay.
But so that's 48. I was looking for 25. So
Okay, so you do not currently have one on you.
okay.
But the other thing that you guys notice as you're looking across is that where it kind of landed, this whole clearing is just kind of grassy, not too much stuff going on. There's a bunch of what looks like plants or flowers in that area.
I throw a rock at it.
Okay. You take a rock and you throw it and it just kind of goes, it just lands.
Brad, you gotta walk in. You can't. You gotta walk in. I'm scared. We're all scared.
Yeah, exactly.
Brad, you're a macho man. You can handle this.
Oh, thanks.
Guys, I don't understand. So it's like a rock, but it came from like the sky?
Don't worry about it.
Janet,
Just
it's
don't.
fine. That's why we're making Brad do it.
Brad, go touch it.
do I
Take
see
this-
them on the camera approaching this thing?
Yeah, so you see them, they're all currently on to you, the left side of the camera, and they're right on the tree line, and go ahead and make a spot hidden check for me.
Nope.
No?
That's a 97.
Okay, so you're just
I spill
staring
some
at them.
mayonnaise on my pants. I'm like, ah, merde. Oof.
We weren't allowed
You're
to cuss.
just currently watching them all stand there, and you're watching them just bicker with their hands flailing. As the thing is currently still sitting there.
Document. Shoot pictures and video.
I
I
take.
don't think you should touch it. Ask Claire. She is good at science.
Am I good at science?
I don't know, I just assumed.
I don't think I'm good at science, actually.
Well.
I think I'm good at history and English.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I take the walkie-talkie from Janet and I go, I'm not going to do the voice. I just go, maybe you should come document it. Over. And then I drop it on the ground.
Okay. It just kind of goes, because this is grassy still. So
I'm just gonna pick it back up and kind of like wipe it.
I'm going to start walking towards the plants in the middle.
Alright. So you see Chris start walking towards it. Are you
Okay.
guys following?
I'm gonna grab a branch and walk towards the rock.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take my camera and walk towards it because I want to start documenting it.
Alright, so you guys walk towards it, and before you even come super close to the rock, what you do notice is that there are a bunch of flowers, kind of like a flower bed that has kind of sprung up around this. And you had heard on your way here, as part of your assignment, that it was rumored that plants or strange things, might pop up during this meteor shower. And you guys look, and it's a very small piece of what looks like a blue kind of chunk of rock. And around it, there are a bunch of these flowers, and they're almost like this whitish blue color, but it could just be the color of the rock that's kind of emanating off of them. But what you do notice is that these flowers, they're all just a solid color, except they have two little dark spots on them that are kind of parallel to each other, and then they're both kind of connected to the center, and it's just coloration on them.
Are they pretty?
They're very cute.
Can
Guys,
I?
these are so pretty.
And anybody who is good at nature or something of that sort,
And medicine.
What does it mean if it's got a slash through it?
that means it's one of your personal skills.
Okay, then I'm gonna try 42. Nope. Okay.
Can I try medicine? Just like leaves?
Huh?
Nope.
Can I try survival? That's
Oh.
just a 20?
I do have science. No, I don't have science. I
Yeah,
can't read.
that's just a normal success.
Normal success. Okay, so it doesn't take a very hard success to realize that as you're kind of looking at all these flowers, because there are a bunch of little ones, that all of the little darker spots are all in different flowers facing the same way. So some of them are facing, the flowers are facing straight on, and some of them are facing, they're all parallel lines, but they're all kind of facing, and they kind of look like little eyeballs almost. They're all just kind of facing one way.
Can I try spot hidden for this? Is that something?
Yes.
I would also try that.
Okay, that's 45, so I think that's a regular success.
I got a 29, so that's a hard success.
Okay.
Hard success is like if
Less
I
than half.
less than half. Okay, then just a regular success.
Okay.
Can I try spotted?
Sure. You're all looking at these flowers.
Man, not good for me today.
I'm gonna put this flower on my Snapchat story.
Okay, you do, and there's no signal, so it just kind of comes up with that red
Not
failed
delivered,
retry.
Yeah.
This
So-
would look so cute in my hair.
The two successes
this-
that were got, you guys noticed. So you're like, they're all pointing the same way, and it goes off a little bit farther into the woods, and you notice that there are actually some like shifted dirt in what almost looks like tracks that are headed northward. Kind of, they're not coming directly from this thing. They're kind of coming from off the path, but they're going that way in the same direction that all the flowers are.
Hey guys, there's like prints or something over here.
Edgar like takes his camera out, starts taking pictures and recording.
Can I try natural world again to see if I recognize the prints?
Sure.
Nope. Not at all. Okay,
You recognize that they are some kind of tracks. Something has made these.
okay. Would it be reasonable for me to have like Ziploc bags?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like basic stuff like that in your
Okay.
backpack, I would imagine.
Then I'm gonna pick up the rock, put it in a Ziploc bag, and put that in my pocket.
Okay.
Then I'm just gonna pick a flower and I'm just gonna hold it.
Okay, so you go and you grab the rock, and it feels warm on the edge of it and cold in the center of it, and you just kind of move it in your hands.
What's it shaped like?
It's shaped like a shard of something that had fallen from the sky and hit the ground and kind of split.
Fragmented?
Yes, fragmented off a little bit. And you pick it up, and it's just kind of warm in some spots, kind of cold in some spots, and you just put it in the bag, put it in your pocket.
Okay. Flower. Gonna start like investigating the tracks, like kind of feeling around for them and almost like following them shortly.
So make a track check.
Oh wow. What if I? Oh.
Says I also have a camera. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have the two big cameras, and then like Edgar has his camera, and you have like your phone camera and stuff.
Okay.
I want to radio the professor back. Just, hey, professor, we found some like weird tracks or something next to the rock. Is that part of the documentary?
You don't hear anything in your walkie-talkie.
Oh.
So you're watching them, and they're kind of like picking the thing up, and they've got one of their cameras out, so you're like, oh, they're probably recording stuff. And then you see them kind of heading north as you assume that they're following your directions.
Okay.
And then so you're kind of sitting there watching the cameras, and you look back, and the one on A1 that says no signal currently kind of flickers for a moment, and it comes back on.
Ah.
Good job. It appears as if the camera is working, the signal is working now.
You hear the words "working now" very faintly in your walkie-talkie.
Like, what? Do we follow it?
You still don't hear
Do
anything.
the rest of us hear this? The fact that it's like faint.
Yeah, you feel like it's a little bit crackly, but you're heading towards farther away from the house.
Okay.
So maybe it's just signal.
I hold my phone up and I sit like up in the air, you know, and I say, anybody else have signal here, or is this a dead zone?
I'll test my phone.
No signal.
Not me. Nope.
Y'all got cricket, because I have cricket and this happens all the time. I swear, I never have signal anywhere. It's the worst. I put my phone in my pocket.
Cricket.
Right. So are you
I have
guys
crickets.
Sponsored.
following the tracks, or
Edgar's gonna just keep filming the tracks, and as he like unknowingly kind of keeps walking
Okay.
forward.
so you guys are watching Edgar film the tracks as he's following them northwards? And you recognize that this is northwards. You thought you were going north, now you're actually going north.
We still have one more camera to put up?
Yes, you still have the second security camera that was headed north.
Okay, and we're also going north? Okay, then I just follow Edgar.
Okay. All right, so
I didn't say it was a good decision.
No, yeah, I know that too. I'm sure about it.
Just gonna follow Edgar. He knows what he's
I'll
doing.
just following Edgar.
He knows what he's
After
doing.
he makes poor decision after poor decision, we're gonna keep following Edgar.
all right.
We're college students in the woods, unsupervised.
Okay.
Listen, I've actually been on one of these documentary things. We went to like, dude said there might be radioactive waste there, so I was like, okay, I'll drive, right?
Yeah, right.
And we just followed random tracks all over the place.
Ooh.
I found some bones. I took them home. You know,
Nice.
it was a rabbit. Don't worry about
It
it.
was currently 10:50. Just a time check.
Cool.
That's later than I thought it would be, honestly.
Right. I don't know when we're taking our break to go eat, or
Do you have an
David
eating
will
break?
Let us know.
yeah, like bathroom eating
David
break.
will let us
I didn't know we
know.
got a break. We didn't
I
used to
wish
get
so.
them.
Totally got a break.
I don't know. When we did D&D with high school students, we never got breaks. So I'm just like,
Yeah, so you guys keep following Edgar.
Yeah.
You're following these tracks and you're following these tracks, and you kind of get bored after a while because they're just tracks. So do you continue filming them? You can.
I think I look up and I realize how far I've
So
traveled.
You look up and you see another clearing that's not as perfect as the one that you guys came to before. And a little ways off in the distance, not too far, you see a simple cabin, and next to it you see a little old-timey stone well.
is it like well kept? Are there any lights on, or what's the deal?
Currently no lights on. It seems like maybe it hasn't been used, but it's not actively falling into disrepair. It just looks like you don't know if anybody's been there, but these tracks that you're following say that maybe someone has been there.
Okay. I clap my hands and I go, all right, gang, let's split up and look for clues.
No. No.
Claire, that makes me nervous. I don't know how I feel about that.
You're always nervous.
I know, but now it's dark and it's forest and there's a cabin and I'm scared and there's tracks. And this rock looks like it came not
Okay.
from Earth.
Are we documenting? Or are we being cowards?
Both? I don't. Both?
Okay, can we at least put up the other camera so we can stop carrying it everywhere?
Sure.
Or Brad
let's
can,
do
I
it.
guess.
Brad, would you put up the other camera?
Where?
You guys are currently on the edge of the tree line going into a clearing, so you figure you could set it up here, you could go set it up somewhere near the cabin if you wanted, but there are no trees by the cabin. But that doesn't mean that you have to set it up on a tree.
I point at a random tree.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, make an electronics check.
All right.
96.
96. Unfortunately, can't compensate for that.
So Brad starts hooking it up, and he hooks it up, and the camera just goes, oh, and he kind of, like, before he started hooking up, he flicked it on, and he flips it, and the little lever is currently stuck half between on and off.
Can I make an electronics repair check?
Yes, you can.
Oh, God.
Okay. While Edgar's also over there messing around, I just kind of go, and then I'm going to roll and see if I can do any better. 38, and I needed under 50. Okay. So I go over and I say to Edgar, give me a boost, because I'm short. And then I'm going to get up there and try to fix it.
Right, so Claire just kind of goes up into the tree,
And
and
I
in a
waddle.
matter of seconds, she rights it, flicks it, and then just kind of, with her nail, just goes and
Wow.
hits it,
Queen.
and it comes
Queen.
and,
Legend.
and you see the little kind of green light go
Icon.
on. And Jean-Pierre, you see camera A8 flicker on, and you're currently staring down Claire's face as she's fixing this camera and just turned it on.
I make a pig face at the camera.
Yes! This is what Edgar needed. Okay.
Magnifique. Yes, adjust the camera. I see the signal, but the shot is not, how you say, appropriate.
I
You
flip
just
the
hear
camera off.
words. You just hear the words in the walkie-talkie. Not appropriate.
What did you guys do? What are you guys doing in there? What did he see?
I flip the camera off.
Okay, you flip it off, and
Yeah.
then you get down.
Yeah.
And then you guys, what are you doing? Heading towards the cabin?
And I just kind of stand like, hands on my hips. I'm like, now are we going to look at the spooky cabin in the middle of the night? Or are we going to go back through the water and the cold and the wet?
Here you also see in the corner of your eye, there is also another dull blue glow coming from near the well by the cabin.
Guys, is this class really worth enough credit hours to like hunt weird like space stuff?
Don't judge the class. It's not the class's fault. But I, for one, am nervous. So I would say we head back.
Some of us are going to fail if we don't finish this project.
Some of us should have been doing the assignments that Jean-Pierre assigned in order
Some
to
of
not
us
fail.
should be less of a kiss ass.
All right. Well, I'd say I'm just a hard worker, but kiss ass is fine too.
I walk towards the blue thing.
Okay.
You ever seen the movie Cabin in the Woods? That's about a cabin in the woods.
That movie was also a satire.
We're not walking up to a cabin in the woods.
I am
Claire
walking
in the
cannot
night.
hear you at this point.
I
In
am
the
walking
darkness,
to the
in the
cabin
death,
in the woods.
you're dead.
I just like
okay,
clean
I'm
your
walking
bed
to the blue. I'm walking to the well, not the cabin.
Dead.
I just
Again,
clean my shoulder. Like,
it's Call of
I'm
Cthulhu. I
frightened.
fully
I don't know
expect to
what's
die
going on.
here.
I like feel too bad to leave her alone, so I just follow her up like really grumpy.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop about 5 feet away from the glow and throw another rock at it, though.
Okay, you're gonna throw another rock at it? Okay, so you guys both go off. Are you guys staying where you are? Are you getting a little closer?
I am going to follow him.
It's up to you.
I'm going to follow them.
Okay,
So how much of this am I seeing back home?
so what you see is you see her flip you off in the camera, go down. She starts going, Edgar follows behind, they begrudgingly kind of follow behind. And then, so you're watching this and you see yourself a little dull blue glow in the camera and you're like, that's weird. Like, you don't remember if there's ever been a cabin there, but you wouldn't know. And then what you see is you're like watching them walk and you're like, geez, these kids. And then you're interrupted by, you hear a little and you look and the A1 camera goes lost signal. And then you watch A2 go lost signal. And then you watch
They all lose signal?
they all go lost signal. And then you're watching and A4 goes missing signal.
Oh no!
And then it goes, and across all the cameras you see, what have you done, Pierre? And then they all fade to black, and then in 6 of the cameras you see, they are missing, they are lost, and then all the cameras go, and it's static, and then the words lost just start going, lost, 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 lost. And I need you to make a sanity check.
Sorry, y'all.
Holy!
Oh
I'm so scared.
She's still eating a sandwich.
Okay, that's an 83. So now
no! I feel like he's not eating
be
it
the
now.
time when
drops
Bill
his
uses one of the rerolls.
The billion that they give you.
No, I have 2. This is one of them. I'm gonna reroll.
I didn't think there'd be anything alien in
God
the
damn it,
cabin.
Gen
I
Con
thought.
dice.
Well,
All right,
is it an alien cabin?
I failed.
You failed?
Yeah, unless you let me burn my automatic success.
It's up to you.
On your
Ooh, I
sanity?
feel like I need to save this.
You be the judge of that.
This seems like a pretty severe. But
I mean,
like,
I
I
feel
kind of
like
want to see what happens though.
That's
okay,
true.
I'll take the hit.
Take the
Okay.
L.
So you're just staring at this and you're kind of slack-jawed, you put your stuff down and you're just kind of freaking out, and the cameras are still just repeating that message over and over and over and over and over again. And suddenly you feel like it's very, very dark in this room. And you feel like you need to turn on every single light in this place because it is too dark and you don't want to be left alone with just these cameras that are boring into your soul currently.
I turn away from the cameras and the creepiness that I'm seeing, and I find some lamps. I try to find some lamps, turn on some lamps, and then I instinctively grab my phone and I speed dial Rosalind.
You just hear a beep, beep.
Wait, how long has she
beep,
been outside
beep.
at this point?
She's been gone for a while.
I try again.
Well,
Try again.
Yeah.
and
boy, I
you-
sure am glad that
you
we're
just
out
hear
here.
beep,
Okay,
beep,
and then I
beep.
look in this room that we're in, this office or parlor. Is there a landline,
A landline.
like a telephone with a wire?
Make a luck check.
There's this thing called telephones.
No, I know
wired
what it
cell
is. I'm
phone.
trying to think if they would have one in this
know.
room.
Do rich people have? I feel like.
Right? Do rich people have landlines?
Do they have landlines because they are rich, or they no longer require a landline?
Well,
I know,
here's
that's what
my
I'm
theory,
thinking about,
Is
do you
that
have enough
they're
cell
kind
phone?
of weird and eccentric and old-fashioned, so they might still have like a
Well,
house phone.
when we did
Like
that
a-
silent film festival, they had
I
a
saw
landline,
They had landlines.
but it was a weird one.
That is also a failure, Jordan. I don't know. In this version of Cthulhu, if it's a catastrophic failure, but it's a 98.
A 98. No,
So
it's
not
not
only
a
do I
99.
not find a phone line, but
Yeah.
they haven't had a
Not
landline.
only do you
broke
not
your foot.
find the landline, you're looking and you're like, God damn it, where's the landline? And you instinctively just look back at your phone again because you
Yeah.
need to connect to something, and now your phone is saying the words lost, lost, lost.
Okay,
Okay.
I feel like now
Okay.
this was not on me.
Mon Dieu,
No,
qu'est-ce
it
qui se
definitely
passe alors?
He just starts praying in French.
Okay, flip back to you
Catholic?
guys. You guys
All right.
make it to the
We don't
well,
know this.
and you see a bunch of these flowers are now blooming around here too, and there's a little dull blue glow next
my
to the
gosh.
well. Are you?
Quick interruption.
Yeah.
Our wonderful patron Anne has made another donation. Everybody gets a reroll. I'll update the tallies. So,
Thank you.
Okay.
Anna, you have not used any of yours?
Just randomly.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, no, I've still got two. Or I have two now.
Yes.
I've used one of them.
Jenny, you still have
So
an
now I have
automatic
one.
success and two rerolls.
Yep.
Melissa, you now are back in the
my
reroll
family
game. Jenny, you
Kids spell reroll.
have two rerolls.
Do you need
No, I'm
to spell
sorry.
it? It's for you.
What? Oh, no, I'm
What
sorry.
have I done?
Suck.
Jenny, you do have two rerolls
Suck like
and an
that.
automatic success, correct?
Yes.
According to my research.
DJ, you are back in the reroll game. Jordan only has one reroll still, which is good for us.
Quick row.
I haven't had
Is
to
that how you do
make
it?
any rolls yet. So we'll see.
Okay.
Okay, so are you just going up to investigate it like you did
I
before?
throw a rock at it again.
Okay, you throw a rock and it just goes.
Okay, then I'm gonna go grab it, put it in a Ziploc, grab another flower, put that in a Ziploc, put them
Okay.
in a separate pocket.
All right, you walk up to it and you reach your hand up to grab it, and there's nothing there. But what you do notice is that blue glow is kind of going up and around everything,
Around the whole area?
around the well. It's kind of creeping up the side of the stones, it's kind of like a dull blue glow that's emanating this whole spot.
Can we see this going on?
Are you getting closer to it?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, yeah, no, you see that this blue glow is coming from
Well,
not
all
the
right.
place that you thought it was.
Okay.
I throw a rock at the well.
Okay, you just hear. You just kind of hear like a faint splash.
It's a splash? Okay.
It's like it's a mix between a click and a splash.
Shallow water splash.
A sploosh.
Did it rain recently?
It did not.
Has it been dry for a
So-
while?
I like
Make a history check.
So I know
I
how
spent-
recently it rained?
my science class on
97,
Instagram.
never mind.
So I don't
You
really do it,
remember
but
last
like,
time it rained.
is this natural to do like blue mist?
No.
It's not a mist so much as you realize that the glow that you thought was coming from the side of the well is coming from the inside of it and lighting up outside.
I take my camera and I just walk up real close to all the like different flowers and I'm like
Okay.
picking at them.
They're the
and,
same flowers as before, and they're all pointing towards the well.
And then I like follow the path up to the well and just
Okay.
get like right over the brim to like peek
Over the
inside.
well. Okay, so you peek in, and it's probably about a 10 to 15 foot well down. But from what you can see on your camera, because it's a good camera, is that
Shadow Black Magic.
it is shallow water. There's
It's the new Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 6K camera. It's not actually a crappy
Yeah.
Canon
Yeah.
T6i.
So you notice that the water is
hear you.
pretty shallow, and it only covers it like just covers the bottom, maybe a tiny bit more. But it doesn't, like, the well is definitely not full, and there's a little blue rock at the bottom.
I zoom in on that rock. Gotta
It
get
looks like the one that Clara picked up before.
That one's not going in the Ziploc baggie.
Do we have rope?
Try to walk
Yo.
again.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
you hear.
Can you hear
it this
me?
time.
Like, yeah, this is getting kind of weird.
Where are you?
We found like a old cabin with like a well and stuff, and one of the rock pieces went down there, and it's all like blue and weird.
All of the cameras have gone off, and there are strange messages happening. I don't think it's safe for you to be outside. You should come back to the mansion.
This last part that you hear, you don't actually hear it. After you said there's a blue rock in the bottom of the well, instead of you hear his voice on the comm, but you hear, "Go get it."
Did Jean-Pierre just tell us to go get the blue rock?
Do we have rope?
You do. It would be in your backpacking equipment.
Why does he
Brad, go
want
get the blue
rocks?
rock.
Why does he want rocks?
It doesn't matter. He told us to go get it. We have to go get it.
Isn't the whole point to find unusual stuff? It's glowing.
Go get the
It's
rock.
blue.
We have footage of it.
Go get the rock.
We got
need
one just like it.
Close-up footage of it. Chad, he told us to go get the
My name's
rock.
not
Are you
Chad.
still looking at it, Edgar?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
still looking in the water with your camera?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking and you're kind of talking to Brad over the camera, and what you see is like, so the rock is there and it's kind of lighting up the water a little bit, and you suddenly see what you think are like the flowers that bloom, except they start shifting, and you realize that the pattern that you kind of knew in the back of your mind, it's just like eyes, like goat eyes, like animal eyes, and there are just a bunch in the water, and I need you to make a sanity check.
Did you say
Edgar would
goats?
just start like freaking
Goat
out
eyes.
immediately. I just know it.
Yeah, with like the sideways pupil.
That's a 67.
What's your sanity?
Current
Yes.
59.
Okay, so it's a failure. You
I'm
can
just, like,
re-roll if you want, because I think you still have one, right?
I do still have one, but I feel like I should save that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna save it.
Okay, you're gonna save it. Okay, what you feel? So your sanity goes down by 5 points. By the way, Jean-Pierre, when that happened to you, your sanity went down by 7 points. It was not fun. Suddenly, Edgar, as you're telling Brad, like, no, he said that we have to go get it, that means we have to go get it, your impulse becomes so strong that, like, he said you needed to go get it, and if Brad's not going to do it, that means you need to do it. If they're not going to go get it, you need to listen to Jean-Pierre and you need to go get it.
It's kind of like I just get glossy in the eyes. I just like hand play my hand.
What's up with this one?
Edgar like takes off his shirt. He's like, I'm getting in the well because he's expecting like 15 feet of water.
I grab his elbow and I'm like, no strip shows, no.
Make an opposed strength roll. Because Edgar is actively trying to go into
Yeah.
the well, and you're actively trying to hold him back.
That's the same. Is that
So
the same?
both of you make a strength check, and whoever has a higher degree of success
Well, not me.
Can anyone else?
Yeah, I do actually. That's so nice.
Okay, so you manage to get Edgar by the end of his elbow, and he's like climbing in this thing.
Brad. He's going.
I'm gonna go get
Hey,
it.
hey, so let's calm down.
I think that's gonna chill out Edgar.
Yeah, Edgar,
Are you
the
gonna
only
try to
thing
grab
that you're
We're gonna
thinking
have
right
to.
now is that you
We're gonna have to
I'm
run
gonna
at
go get it.
Edgar, and we're gonna have to try to grab Edgar.
Okay, are you trying to grab Edgar?
Yeah, I'm trying
Make
to
an
snatch
opposed,
Edgar.
make an opposed strength check,
All
but
right.
you have advantage on the roll because Claire is already holding Edgar. by
So
the
which
neck.
one am I gonna roll again?
So roll those two,
Okay.
and then re-roll the d10.
48.
This one?
Yes, and whichever one is
48.
lower, take that one.
43.
43. What's your strength?
80. So,
Okay.
and that's gonna be a hard no, just regular success. Okay.
Okay, success.
I gotta go get the rock.
What did you roll?
Oh, I was supposed to roll as
Yeah,
well.
you rolled strength check because you're really trying to get in there.
Nope.
Okay, so you guys are holding, you currently have Edgar just held like this, and you're just kind of struggling and struggling and struggling, and after probably like a couple minutes of this, you just kind of like, your eyes don't glaze over anymore, you kind of snap out of it, and you're still feeling like your usual self, like you like to listen to your teacher, but you're not feeling the manic urge to go jump in this well now.
There's a reason you didn't make the wrestling team.
Edgar's like, Brad, I know, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to me there.
I pick his shirt and my jacket up and hand him to him. I go,
Okay.
you good here, buddy?
I look down, I'm like, when did I take my shirt off? When did that happen? Just like begrudgingly put it back on. I'm like, it's fine.
So, what are you guys currently doing? You still have the
Wiping
cabin to your
A
left.
little boy off myself.
I'm gonna take pictures of the cabin. Probably go like a couple feet closer to it.
Okay. You step a couple
I have the
feet
camera
closer.
Why
You
is
have
this
your-
on?
Because you can like look
You have your
down.
camera
I can, I
and
guess.
you're kind of looking at it and you're taking pictures, and it seems just like it's dark on the inside, like no one has lit it up recently, and it's just the only things that you can see through the window is just like a chair and a little table and a rug and a little closet, and you see the door just a couple feet from you.
So, I mean, if like, I don't want you jumping in a well or anything, nothing. Like, if we need to get a rock, then maybe something in there could help us. Maybe there's rope in there.
I would have been all for that, but now I'm kind of feeling. Listen, if we're gonna have to drag this guy back the whole way because he's having a mental breakdown, I'm not into that. I did not sign up for that. I'll take the F in this class. But I am going to take a picture through the door. I'm not going to go any closer, though.
Okay, so you just open it and you just kind of move the camera in there and you just take a picture of the interior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what you do see is on the little table there is a piece of paper that you can see when you kind of zoom in your camera a little bit.
If I zoom in all the way, can I see anything?
It's
on-
currently kind of half rolled up a little bit, so you can't actually read what's on there, but it's just sitting out on the table.
I just want to say something. This is a meta moment. Was this globe always changing color? Because I'm pretty sure it was
I
green.
was thinking about, I swear to
No,
God.
yeah, it changes.
It's
Carafa
been
is doing
changing.
something. Somebody is doing
No.
Has it
No.
been changing the whole time?
It's been
Yes.
changing, but
Tell
it's
them they
been
can see it in the chat.
conveniently
Ask-
blue whenever we're talking about the blue rocks. We'll be
Oh.
talking about blue rocks, and I'll see the blue glow, and I've been
This
thinking
is
in my
creepy.
head, like,
I feel
hey,
like
that's
you did
funny. I hope
something.
someone
I
else
didn't do
notices
anything.
that.
That's ghost,
Ask
baby.
the chat. Has this been?
Chat, are we haunted?
Our screen is just gonna say,
Yep.
lost, 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 lost.
Two things would happen.
Oh, I
I
brought
would
my
shit
camera.
myself, and then I'd run out the back door. I'd
Bill,
be
what
like,
if
"Bye,
this
guys."
whole thing was a nightmare that you had?
Chat, are we playing a live action game of Call of Cthulhu right now? Aw.
What
Chat,
if
can you
Carafa
donate
spiked
us?
all the Coke Zero cans with acid? No, that didn't happen.
The God, Mike. Say lost. Whisper lost.
Okay, so you guys,
Sorry.
so
Continue.
she's
On meta
taking
moment.
a picture of the cabin. Is there anything else you
Samantha
guys are
says
doing?
hi. She's tuning in on the chat.
Hi, Sam.
I lower the camera and I say, I just said that, but there is a piece of paper in there.
I mean, if you want to get the rock so bad, because, you know, you always want to make Professor so happy, do you want to go in the cabin and look for something?
A little bit. I'm a little scared, but I'm down for it.
And so if you walk in the cabin and the door shuts behind you, like instantly by itself, can we just go, or?
No. We're
Okay.
supposed to stick together.
What if Brad stands in the doorway?
So the door can slam and kill me when it closes itself.
Oh, the door's gonna slam that hard. That's definitely how it works.
I don't.
It's going to
I don't
kill
think
you.
the
I
and
thought
door
the
is
world
gonna
worked a
slam
lot
at all.
differently.
I think we're gonna be okay. I just kind of want to go inside.
I'll
and
stand
check
in the
this.
doorway.
Okay.
Thank you.
So who's going in?
This kid.
Alrighty, I guess I'll go in.
Okay.
I follow him, but I hold on to his sleeve,
Okay.
which is actually
so
my
you
sleeve.
try the doorknob. It's unlocked. You kind of push it open, and it just kind of opens up. You just kind of take a step in. You look. It's kind of dark and it's very dusty
Do
in
I have
here.
a flashlight? Cell
I
phone?
take out my phone
Yeah.
and turn on the light
she turns
with
on her
one hand.
flashlight.
I've got the camera on the other.
Okay.
So I look. It's my camera originally. I like get really defensive. about it.
Fine.
So you have a little bit more light now, and you can see that it's very, very dusty in here. And you see a chair, a little rug, a little table. You see this kind of cupboard-ish closet towards the corner, and then in the right corner you see a big, kind of like a manhole cover. And the little table has a piece of paper on it.
I go and read the piece of paper.
Okay, so you pick up the paper and you kind of unroll it, and you have to be kind of careful because it is actually pretty old paper. And you read, and it's hard to make out because it looks like it just has been left to the elements. So a lot of the text is kind of unreadable. But what you can gather from it is that this was a deed to this land property that was made about, you kind of do the math in your head, about 124 years ago by a man named Julius Mayweather.
Julius?
Yes.
What's the name of the current Julius? Mayweather?
Julius Mayweather.
No, like the second or
Not that you
June.
know of.
142 years ago, you say?
124.
24. Does my character notice this or just me?
I mean, your character would notice. If you want to make a history check to see what you know about Julius.
Yeah, I do. Nope. I don't know anything.
Yeah, you don't know because you just do not like politics, and he seems kind of like a smug jerk. So you don't even call him Julius. You just call him Jackass.
Okay.
So you wouldn't know if he has a suffix to his name.
Okay. I hold it up and I go, "It's the deed. This is mine now. All of you are on my land." And then I roll it up and I put it in a Ziploc baggie.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and invest that manhole cover.
Okay.
You're gonna invest it?
I'm set.
How are you investigating? Are you just looking at it, or are you touching it?
I walk over to it and kind of like do one of those.
Or are you opening it?
You're gonna
Yeah.
open
Okay,
it?
you open it,
Yeah.
and it's
The sewer.
It's just
you open it, and there's
Ninja
a
Turtles.
ladder that goes down, and it's currently a little like dirt-ish tunnel that just goes downwards.
There's a
And
ladder.
it's got a ladder.
I'm gonna climb down that ladder.
Okay.
I just go, Edgar, wait, where are you going? Where are you going?
There's a ladder. I have to see what it is. It's a
Oh,
manhole.
Mr. Nervous Breakdown over here.
You know, he's got an affinity for crawling in holes.
What are you guys doing?
Well,
Okay.
unfortunately, since Edgar thinks he's going to crawl in another hole, I'm going to have to come after him again.
Okay.
Wait.
So I'm going to run up to him.
Are you
I'm going to
2
go
hours.
shove something in the door.
Brad, just
Like,
I'm
just
still
a
in the
piece of
doorway. I'm
wood.
still chilling.
She's
I'm
still
like,
in the doorway.
Guys, it's dark.
I like yell over my shoulder. I'm like, I'm gonna go down here if you guys want to follow or not, but we should stick together.
Yeah.
Ooh, stick together, says the guy who keeps running off.
What about a cave-in?
He can't hear you at this point because he is crawling down.
I'm
the ladder.
crawling. I'm in there.
Keep going.
He's a goner.
It's not actually super, super deep.
I just say, Jesus Christ, and then I'm following him.
Okay, you guys follow. It doesn't go super deep before you reach a spot where there's like a hole on the side of the little tunnel that's probably big enough for you to like squat in and make your way through.
I was like recording when I went down the tunnel. And
Okay.
I was like, now I'm recording everything and just kind of looking around, documenting.
Make a track check.
Need a track check?
23. 10.
Okay.
So no.
You figure that this is the only. This doesn't look like a natural kind of cave-in tunnel. This looks like a man-made tunnel. So, and it goes one way, so you're following it one way. And eventually, are you guys following Edgar?
I'm gonna sit at the opening, like.
I'm in the doorway. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are just. There's a rug. There's a chair. There's a closet. There's a table.
Can I search the cabinets?
There's only one, and it's this kind of cupboard-looking stand-up closet thing. Okay, so you open it, and there is a double-barrel shotgun in there.
Yeehaw.
And do you take it?
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up like, Brad, look! I'm holding it like this.
Waving it around.
I'm just like, hey,
Jump
I'm gonna
in.
just take that.
Okay, so you take it, and you kind of, you maybe know your way around firearms a little bit. You notice that there are like currently 5 bullets in it, in the chamber.
In the shotgun?
Yep.
I don't know how
Loaded.
shotguns work.
Neither do I.
The only
I'm
shotgun
making
I
that
ever
up.
had 2, but I don't know if that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I
want
have
to
no
shout
idea
down
how
the
they
hole
work.
and be like, guys, we got a gun.
There's basically enough for you to theoretically fire off 5 rounds.
Okay.
Do I hear that?
Do I hear it?
You hear it. You hear just.
I yell back up, what?
Like a big gun up here. It's cool.
Do I hear that?
You hear gun and cool, but you're currently.
I'm invested, but I also heard gun.
I yell, does it work?
She's like, I don't know.
I don't know, Brad. Do you think it works?
Let's
It
not find
feels-
out.
It feels pretty clean.
That was a smooth cock. I think it's. I think.
Brad said it has a smooth gun.
I yell back up, that's kind of gay.
Okay, so
Fair.
you guys still keep going?
I'm gonna be. I'm scared of danger, so I
Okay.
look up.
Well, you
So-
as you're kind of looking behind you, you notice that Claire's currently ascended the ladder. She's currently coming in after you. After yelling, "That's gay."
And I say, don't kill anyone. And then I go.
We'll try.
Okay.
Please be careful. And then I just keep
Says the
going.
man in a hole.
Yeah, you're the one who's in the hole.
So you keep going,
Yes.
and eventually, so you're kind of bracing yourself against the wall because it's kind of really hard to navigate in here, and it starts slowly opening up a little bit, so you can maybe get a little bit taller, and you have your hands pressed against the walls, and as you're walking, it's hard to see because it's pitch black in here. One of your hands just goes,
Oh no.
and you feel like open space.
Oh. So like
Can
a
you
like
turn?
another tunnel on the side. type
Maybe you turn.
I'm
Do
gonna.
you turn?
Yeah, I turn and I like feel around before I
And
go inside
do
of
you
it.
still have your light
Yes,
source
I
going on?
keep my flashlight
Okay,
on the
so
whole
a
time.
couple seconds, right as you're kind of reaching out your hands, Claire brings the flashlight around, and it's not a tunnel. It's a little inlet in this
An
tunnel.
alcove?
Yeah, a little alcove, and what you see is that there is a body currently of a goat that has all of its entrails gone and both of its eyeballs gone. And I need you to make another sanity check.
Both of us are.
Are you looking? Too?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Poor Ed, baby.
And with the light, you can see that
What do I want to
there's
roll
a-
for this?
under.
Okay, I'm good.
You're good.
I am not
47.
okay. 63.
You're gonna re-roll or no?
Oh, you know what? Yes.
Can I also roll to see if I can tell?
No, that is not. Wait, yes.
did it?
It's good. Good.
Yes,
My first
finally.
good. I think I've been measuring.
Can I roll to see how long it's been there? Sure. I'm gonna roll.
You can roll
What is
natural world,
OPHD machine?
operating
Oh,
machine.
okay, thank you.
You can roll medicine, natural world.
I'm gonna try natural world. So 10. So that's under half, under 15. So that's what's it called?
Hard success.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So you notice that it's not super recent, but it's not old by any means.
So like,
It's maybe a couple days at most, because it's still it's not warm anymore, but it doesn't look like it's started to decay too much because all of its entrails are still currently sticking out. And
Can I-
both of you are looking at this and you kind of like almost gag for a second, and then you're like, "Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You've taken anatomy before once in a while. You've seen stuff."
I take a picture and set it as my lock screen.
I'm like, just
Okay.
get the flash.
Can I
Yeah.
roll occult to see if I know anything that might?
Yes.
Yeah. Nope.
No, you're like, goats are cult things, you know that, and
Yeah.
you don't know if it is a cult, but there are a bunch of writings on the wall.
Can I
You
roll
don't
history
think
to recognize the language?
Yeah, I would roll a language other.
Language. Where's language other?
Oh, you have a 1% chance. Great.
Yeah.
What does it take?
No.
Yeah, no, you've never seen this before.
Can I try
Okay.
spot?
I'll take pictures of that too.
Or just anything else in this dark. I don't know. Yes. I think that's hard. I got 12, and it's supposed to be under 50.
Under 50. Okay, you notice that there's like the writings and stuff. There's also in the drawings and stuff. You notice it's not physical, but you represented in the drawings. You see like 5 little pillar thingies, and you see a bunch of goats.
Like a lot of goats.
Like a lot of goats.
Are they all
Some of-
alive?
There are a bunch standing there, and there are figures that you can't really make out on the pedestals.
Okay. Well, I turn to Edgar and I say, listen, I did take the biology class, and I'm pretty sure goats don't live in holes. I don't think goats have natural predators in sewer holes.
Okay.
I think I agree.
And then flash to you guys. You
Oh,
guys
no.
are standing there in the cabin, in the
Yeah.
doorway.
No,
Are you guys inside the cabin or outside
near
the
the
cabin?
manhole
Yeah.
that they went in.
You're near the manhole. Okay, so you guys are looking down.
No, we
and
didn't leave anyone by the door.
did you leave anyone? Right? Did you leave anyone by the door? Did you close the door? I just want to know
The
like
door's
where.
open,
The door's
but now
open?
we're over by the hole.
Okay. Is it like fully open or is it like cracked open? I'm
It's
just trying to
like
get a
fully
sense.
open. I just
Fully
left it
open?
there,
Okay. So you guys are both
no.
looking down the hole. You've got the shotgun, and you're just kind of, you're like you're a teenage boy with a shotgun now. So you're just kind of aiming it at things, and you aim it at Janet, and she's like, "Put that away." And then you're kind of keeping it trained on the manhole just in case you
Bro.
don't know. And then suddenly you hear like this kind of wood scratching sound.
Yeah, no, okay, bad.
Make a
So
listen check, both of you.
Just shoot it.
is that 37? Nope.
Nope.
No.
That's a
Okay.
60.
So you guys hear this wood scratching sound, and you feel like it's all around you. You're not sure because this whole damn cabin's made out of wood. You're just hearing this scratching sound, and you both realize that you left the door wide open. And then cut to you. You're still freaking out, I'm imagining, in here.
I'm looking at a light and occasionally glancing at the screens and retrying Rosalind's phone.
The screens at this point are not saying the words lost over and over again, but they are all lost
Off.
signal.
Every like 30 seconds, I try the
Yeah.
walkie.
Okay, so you try it, and it's just, you can speak into it, and you hear it going, but you don't know because they're off the cameras at this point. You don't know, and you don't have the cameras. You don't know if they can hear you. They're not responding to you, and then you're
Great.
trying Rosalind's phone, and it's just the disconnected sound, and you're sitting here freaking out in front of the cameras, and you just kind of hear a little, like a door, like the front door go and open up, and the butler comes back in and closes the door.
You've been gone a while,
Closes the door to my room?
Are you in your bedroom?
No. In the control
Parlor.
room that we're in?
The control room is kind of like open on the first
Yeah,
floor.
right,
So,
so it's like a
you
parlor.
you hear the front door open, and then you hear him come in and close the door.
Monsieur, have you seen my assistant, Allan?
He just kind of looks at you, and
Does he
just
look funny?
make a psychoanalysis check.
I have that.
74. Nope.
No.
Do you have a
No, I have a
reroll?
40, but that's not
Yeah,
good
you.
enough. I'll use a reroll.
Okay.
58, also not good enough. I'll burn that second reroll.
Okay.
16. There we go.
16.
Oh, I should have used mine on
Okay.
the occult. No.
You notice that he doesn't look like you would like if someone was normal and then just started acting really funny. You kind of notice that you've never looked at the butler before, and he kind of always has this funny look on his face, like he's never looking directly at you, even though he's looking at you.
So he didn't respond when I asked him a question.
He doesn't respond, and he just starts walking across the floor past you towards the kitchen.
I take my cell phone and the walkie-talkie
Okay.
and I go to my room,
Okay.
my bedroom. I lock the door. Is there a lock?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so
Great.
is there a chair?
Make a luck check.
Please be a chair. Yay. 21.
All right, there is a small chair.
I wedge it.
Okay.
Hold on. Does the door open into my room or into the hallway? That would be
It
the
opens
ultimate
the way.
fail.
It opens the way that you would want it to.
Okay,
wedge the
great. So I wedge the chair, and then I go into the closet,
Okay.
and I open up the panel, and I get out that shotgun, and I remember as a small boy in the countryside in Paris,
The countryside of Paris.
you know, outside of Paris, in the countryside, like, you know,
Sure.
Sure.
my grandfather showing me how to use a shotgun, and we were shooting skeet years, you know, decades ago,
Sure.
and that's why I have a 25% in shotgun. And then I check to make sure it's loaded. I look around in that
There are
little.
no bullets in the gun.
Are there any in that panel? Like,
Make
is there a box?
spot hidden check.
69.
Hey.
Nice.
Nope.
No bullets, but you have the shotgun.
Great.
And it's a full shotgun.
You can use
Okay.
it as a blunt.
So I can use it
instrument.
as I can
Yeah.
bash people with
You
it.
could.
Okay.
And so you.
I have the shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Nobody else knows that this isn't loaded.
That's true.
That's what I was thinking.
So he's the
Okay.
Chicago.
I imagine a movie scene where somebody bluffs their way through. Damn it, I don't have fast talk. I imagine a movie scene where I kindly persuade people to not attack me using a shotgun. That's also intimidation. Forget it. I just sit in my room like a scared baby and I continuously try both my cell phone and the walkie-talkie
Okay, cell phone.
quietly.
Yeah,
Like,
cell phone. There is.
Can you
still
hear
not-
me?
You
Nothing.
guys don't hear anything because you guys are too focused on the incessant scratching that is now making its way across the walls of the cabin.
Great.
And I think, is that a good spot to take a break?
I think that's a great spot to take a break.
Okay.
So
Cool.
don't go away, people. We'll be back. We're just gonna refuel.
Thanks.
Okay.
The game's just begun.
I have to
Cool,
pee.
cool.
Okay, Rafa, are we in the break yet?
I might like this.
Isn't that cool?
Societal pressure.
Tired?
This looks as good as
Cool.
Right.
Damn it, Crawford.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here, and kind of at a little bit of a climax, are we not?
Yes.
We're all currently in a little predicament. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start with Claire and Edgar. So you are in this hole. You found this goat body that is missing its eyeballs and a bunch of little scribbles on the wall that you notice are a bunch of goats. This is the only thing that's currently in this little area, and then the tunnel keeps going.
Can I roll a history for the little symbols on the...
I would roll an occult check.
Okay.
Already. Well, maybe yours is better than mine.
Probably not.
Where? Oh, is it language other?
No, it
It's
is a cult.
Am I blind?
It's in the on the third.
You need
Yeah,
5.
there it is. There it is.
You're 5. Come on, you can do it.
Can I use one of my rerolls on the occult?
I mean, you can just make another one, I guess, now that Edgar's pointing out these symbols to you.
69.
Nice.
I'm gonna use a reroll on it.
Okay.
Okay, I give up.
So you
Never
you would know that goats are inherently occult creatures, and you figure that seeing one missing its eyeballs and its entrails is probably not a normal thing, especially in a little hole.
Do I have, what is the equivalent of investigation?
It
Can
would
I,
be-
what I want to look for is like around the cuts and the gouges. I want to see like how clean it was.
Okay, I would either do medicine, first aid if you have it, or just you could do survival too.
I'm not going to get any of these. No.
No.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's not hard to see that it doesn't look like they were precise cuts. It looks like someone kind of gouged them out. Doesn't look animalistic, it just looks like something gouged them out.
Okay,
ahead.
so I think I just said to you, goats don't belong in holes. They have no natural predators
Oh,
in
right.
holes, and you were like, no, I don't think they do. So I'm gonna still keep having like, listen. Humans don't live in holes either. I vote we leave the hole.
Remember what you said earlier? Is this not a documentary? Are we not documenting what we find along the way?
Goats can live anywhere. Goats aren't unnatural animals.
It doesn't need to be documented.
I just like ignore her and continue.
Edgar.
recording.
Edgar.
All right.
Can I use my persuade on it?
You can try. I would say make an opposed. You do persuade, and you just do a straight power. So up at the top where it says
Okay.
pow.
No, I didn't get it anyway.
48.
40, 45. But I was aiming for 40. So.
Okay, so you try to convince Edgar, like, this probably isn't good. We should probably, like, get out of here. But Edgar, like, has the camera focused, and he's turning towards the tunnel that keeps going onwards.
I guess I'm following still.
And then I move towards the tunnel.
I keep my light on.
All right, so it does take a while, and there are not any more little inlets that are, like, on this side. Farther down, you can see that there are maybe 2 or 3 more. But before that, there is a sharp turn in the tunnel.
Uh-huh.
It's up to you if you want to.
Which way does it turn?
It turns to the right.
And then, but other than the turn, there's just a few little like.
Yeah, so it's basically this tunnel is going straight, and it keeps going straight until a little dead end where there are 3 little more things, but then it also intersects, turns right. And
I'm gonna go to the end.
Gonna go to the end? Okay, you look in the little inlet, and there are 3 more goat bodies, except these ones have their eyes intact, but their entrails are still all over the place, and there are still those same little scratches on the, like, doodles on the wall.
Roll to see how long I get.
Yeah.
76. Nope.
I'm gonna like put my hand out and just like kind of, not in a creepy way, but in a like intrigued way. I want to see if it's a real goat.
Okay, you
Edgar,
touch
no.
it.
So I
That's
touch the
gross.
goat and like stroke
You
it,
touch
like
it.
feeling for warmth.
There's no warmth because this thing died a while ago, but by the smell of it, it's a real goat that is now dead, entrails all over the place.
So I take a quick like video of the goat, just like showing everything, and then I'm like, okay.
I snap a few pictures on my phone.
Okay.
And then I turn back around and I go to the previous in the turn on the left.
The turn,
The-
the
the
tunnel
right.
turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're,
Anna, you just got another reroll bought for you.
Thank you.
Have you used either of yours
Yeah, I
yet?
used one.
Okay, so
but
you're
then I
back
gave
up
up.
to 2.
okay, so,
Uh-oh. Topo Musical just donated. He bought an auto success for Melissa and Bill.
Oh,
nice.
thank you.
Thank you, Table Musical. Okay, so Edgar, you're currently going, you're leading the way in this tunnel, and it's currently going, as it's going, you're starting to realize that you can get a little bit taller and you can actually stand up now
Okay.
as you're going, and you're following it along, and suddenly it opens up into this very big kind of cave opening chamber. And the first thing that you notice before anything else is that this cave is filled with goats.
Live?
All black goats, live, just like the drawing that you were looking at on the inlet. Make a sanity check. And you're following a little bit behind her. You can hear it.
I hear
Before you
goats.
see
Yes,
it,
I succeeded.
you succeed? Okay,
Yes.
so you're like, maybe not the strangest thing I've seen today. I've seen a lot of goats today. But it still freaks you out that there are so many goats in this place where Claire pointed out to you, goats usually don't live in holes. And the other thing that you notice is that there is 5 stone pedestals that are arranged, and they each have a little, it's like almost like entrails on top of them, and there's a 6th one in the middle where there's another dead goat, and this one's just completely ripped in half. And
The
other-
goat is ripped in half?
and it's still on the pedestal. And you also see towards the pedestals, like these goats are pretty much like around the edge, which is weird because it's so dark in here. There's a little bit of torchlight actually at the back. So it's like they're almost like coming out of the shadows.
The
you
goats.
see a couple human figures standing there not looking at you.
Like live human figures.
Yeah, standing up. They're in robes.
I see all this?
You're coming into it now and you're
Okay.
seeing Edgar
Oh
stop.
no, and my light is on.
Yeah, and your light is on.
And I just
Actually, I'm gonna make my first roll.
No! I shouldn't have said anything.
Okay.
This one's not on me.
Okay, so you kind
You
of
did
come
this.
in and you're like, and all of the goats, like you just see the kind of light in their eyeballs, they all look at you. And they start bleeding even louder. And all of a sudden, the figures start turning around.
I say, absolutely not. And I grab Edgar's arm and I'm going to start trying to pull him back.
Okay?
I resist.
You resist?
I resist.
Okay, make an opposing strength rolls.
99.
A 99.
86.
Okay, but you still beat her out because it's a critical fail. So Claire goes to grab you and you just like put up your arm because you're still intent on this thing, and you
Like
just
zooming in on the figures. Like
and they're not even fully turned around yet, but you just like hear one of them say like, "Welcome, my young ones. The mother has waited for you."
who waited for what?
And it's not
mother.
even listening to you. And he says, "You 5." And they turn fully around and they say, 5.
Oh
Where
no.
are the other 3 of you?
Oh.
3. And you notice that the guy standing in the middle, do you have your camera out? Okay, so I'm gonna, so you're zoomed in on this so you can see it clearer than your eyeballs could possibly see it. But you watch him turn around and it's just, you immediately want to gag. Because what you notice is that both of his eyeballs have been removed, and in place of them, in the most disgusting, like, any of you who know anything about medicine or doctors, just, they've sewed goat eyes into
Oh,
where his
no.
eye sockets are. But it's, like, not right. Like, they're, like, stitches coming out, there's blood, and he's just staring at you, and he asks you where the other 3 are.
They're coming. They're on the way.
No. And he says, no matter. We will find them. We will come get them. We'll come get you. And they all are starting to walk towards you.
I am running. I am leaving. I am leaving.
Which way are you running?
The
Back
way I
you
came,
Okay,
yeah.
so you just start running, and you, like, it starts going to the point where you kind of have to
Yeah.
crawl. So you're going as fast as possible, and you just see them going, and they're just looking at you, and they're getting closer and closer.
Like, slowly back
Okay.
away, but still intent on like filming them. I'm still like,
Okay. And at this point, like, he's just staring at you, and it's weird because he can't see you because those goat eyes are not sewed in, like, to make it so he can see you, but he's looking right at you. And 2 of the people flanking him just go, and they're coming full force at you right now.
okay, now I'm running. Now I am running.
Now you're running, and then cut to you guys. So you guys are hearing the scratching noise?
Instantly screaming in the hole. Guys, there's something in the cabin. I don't want to die.
Okay, no response.
Brad, I don't want to stay here. This is like way too much. I cannot handle this right now.
We have to get them out of the hole.
You start hearing the sound of
You're a good guy, Brad.
faint. You hear the
I'll
sound
remember
of
you.
bleeding goats, but you more than that, you hear the scratches are getting a little faster and a little louder, and you're hearing kind of this weird animalistic breathing noise. And are you guys looking at the hole, or are you guys?
I'm standing at the opening of the hole, but looking around in the cabin.
Okay, you're looking around. Make a. It wouldn't be. I guess it would be spot hidden, I suppose.
43.
57.
That is a success.
Also a success.
Okay, you guys. It only takes 1 success to see that there is something currently staring through the window at you, and it looks like skeletal goat face, and it's as tall as the window, and you're hearing it scratching, and it has also seen you at the same time that you've seen it, and you look, and in between you and it is the door that is currently wide open, Bro.
I don't like
And then you look on the other side, and there's another face in the other window on the opposite side.
Shoot him, Brad.
There's
They're skeletons. What's that gonna do?
It's almost, they're not complete skeletons. It's like skeletal,
They're like-
but there's still some muscle and sinew that might be coming off of it.
It's a giant zombie goat.
What are you guys doing? They're. You watch them both go out of the window, but towards the door.
I'm just gonna hide behind Brad.
So I'm gonna look around for another opening of the cabin, like another door or something.
Okay.
Or
There is one door.
there's one door in and one door out.
Mm-hmm. And a manhole cover.
And windows.
All right. We're gonna blast a shotgun towards. You said there's two, correct?
You saw two on either side.
Okay. The closest one I'm gonna blast at.
Okay. Well, you can't see them right now. You can just hear.
Them moving towards the
You're
doorway.
moving towards the door. Okay. Which side are you going for?
I'm gonna focus on the right side, but I'm not gonna walk in
Okay.
like through it. I'm just gonna stand at the I'm probably about like 12 feet away from the doorway, so relatively close to it to be able to see out of it and like peeking towards the right side.
Okay. And are you readying your weapon to
Like
fire?
this. Yeah.
Okay.
Finger on trigger, peeking.
Okay, because the way that firearms work in Call of Cthulhu is if you're readying it, you get a dex plus 50 in terms of starting order, which means that you are currently readying your weapon towards whichever one comes through first. Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just see this kind of figure just go and enter the doorway, and you're okay. Make a firearms rifle shotgun check,
Get him, DJ.
and then I have to make a dodge check.
Oh,
So we're gonna make a reroll.
Yes. Use it.
Come on now. How did it get worse? That's not a pass.
Okay. So you fire off one bullet.
Aromac just bought you some luck points. I don't know how that works.
Luck points is
Or, no, I'm sorry, automatic success.
Bro, take that.
Aromac. Good
Okay,
job.
all right.
are you using
Instant
it?
success.
Okay, so you pull back and you hit it
Still shooting
right
the
in
butler.
between the eyeballs, and you watch a bunch of the skull go, and it falls off and it stumbles a couple of feet back, and it just kind of like looks dazed for a second, and it looks back at you, but it doesn't look like it's currently coming closer to you right now because you just shot it right between the eyeballs. The eyeballs that are not there because they're just holes.
Eye sockets.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, and you watch the other one. Wait, what's your dex?
my dex is 70.
Your dex is 70. Okay, so you're watching Brett do this. One of them falls backwards. The other one you still can't see yet. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go just cower by the hole. I'm startled. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
It's too much.
For sake of brevity, I will remind you that there are two windows that they are currently not in front of anymore. You don't know how close they are to the windows now, but
Could I theoretically, with my cheerleading ability, try to jump out of a window in a manner that like minimizes hurtness?
you would go ahead and make. That's a good question. You'd make a jump check
All right.
to try to jump through the window and minimize your damage.
Yeah. That's actually that's a hard success.
That's a success. Okay, so you kind of
Yes.
tuck and roll out of the window, and you just hear it go, and you kind of flip over and you land, and you do take 1 hit point of damage because you've got a bunch of glass shards kind of in your leg currently. But you're on your feet. You haven't fallen, and it seems like they're kind of currently preoccupied with the giant blast from the shotgun. And around this time, you guys both start crawling up the hole.
Real quick,
Yes.
the Mayweathers invited us here to film this, correct?
Yes.
Just giving it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
He's behind me?
Yep. He's
Is he
behind.
like, can I tell how close he is? Or?
I mean, if you guys are like hauling ass out of there because people are
Yeah.
chasing you, you guys are right up on each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Edgar, this is crazy. We're going to die. Julius Mayweather is immortal and he's lured us here to kill us.
What do you mean he's immortal?
He is immortal. Don't worry about it later. Worry about it later.
So you guys come up out of the hole, and the first thing you see is Brad standing there with a shotgun, and this weird creature a couple feet back behind the open door that looks like it's currently got a chunk of its head missing. And you guys are remembering that what you just saw is that a bunch of people were chasing you through this.
All right, so listen. Down there is a lot of goats. Some of them are dead. Some of them are alive.
There are dead alive goats up here.
But there's also these strange cultish people that are trying to find us. We gotta run. Brad, shoot them.
You don't say.
Shoot them.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I'm already outside of the whole window.
Mm-hmm.
How far away?
Is that window?
It's
5.
because of your success. It's half, like a good chunk of the window, enough for her to fit in, which she's pretty average size, is now gone.
I got like size 50.
Yeah. So you could fit in
I'm
it.
size 40.
Are you size 50?
I'm sorry.
So you guys could both go through it and
What's-
not suffer glass shard damage.
What's the access of the door?
The door is currently wide open.
But
Brad's, yeah, but there's a goat probably like 5 feet back from it, and Brad's on the other side of the door.
so I do like a sprint
Okay.
up to the window,
Mhm.
and I just do like a deep dive through it.
All right, make a jump check. But I will give you advantage because the window is already missing, so you
Yeah.
don't need to break it to get there. You just need to go through it. So roll that and then re-roll the whichever one is your tens. No.
No good.
Good?
I got a 9.
Oh, okay. So you just go
Yeah.
and you land on your feet,
No.
and now you're outside of the window.
I'm going to roll. I guess can I do spot hidden to see if there's like anything else I could use as a weapon, even just something heavy in here.
Sure.
That's 5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. You notice that there's a little bit of a bump under the rug, and as you kick it, like with your foot as you're coming out, there is a hunting knife under there.
Okay. I grab that.
All right.
I'm just gonna go stand next to Brad.
Okay.
I hope you know how to aim, because I don't know how to use a knife.
We're gonna blast them. But I assume because of the carrying capacity, like within the gun, it's got to do another cock first. So
Sure.
cock it,
I don't know how
blast
guns
them.
work. You tell me.
Cock it, blast them.
All right.
I like to say cock it a lot.
Yeah.
That's a 42. That's no good.
But all you have to beat its dodge. So what,
Okay.
is that
that's
a
42.
success?
No.
Is it just a regular fail?
Yeah.
Okay, because it rolled a critical fail, so you do hit it. You
Yay!
blast it.
And
Okay, and the-
I
Other half of its skull goes, and
and
it lands on the ground.
okay.
And now you see the other one poking its head through the doorway, and it backs up a little bit, and then it lowers itself down,
Oh no.
and it's coming at you.
Dodge.
Okay, so it's gonna attempt to just make an attack against you. So roll a dodge.
54.
Can I like do
So
an
not
assist on this,
Not
or
a success.
How would you assist him?
I want to see if I can try to come at it kind of sideways and try to get the eye socket.
Okay,
What,
so
to the
you would
side?
make a fighting brawl check.
I don't think I have. Yeah, no.
64. Okay, so
I'm gonna use a reroll. I don't think I'm gonna. Yep.
okay.
Save my last reroll.
So what was
Sorry,
your
bud.
dodge?
54.
Okay.
And I didn't make it.
Okay. So it barrels into you and it just grabs you with this weird hand that has like it's like claws, which you're like, why does a goat have? But it's got like human fingers, and it like grabs you and it like shoves you against the wall, and you take uno momento. You take 1 point of damage, and it sees that you're also there and that it's outnumbered because you've got your knife out, and it backs up out of the doorway again. Because it sees that you've still got the shotgun in your hand, and she's got the hunting knife, so it backs up again. Okay, what are you doing?
Well, I'm down to 3 shots.
Okay.
So I'm cocking it,
Okay.
and now I'm down to 2 shots.
Alright.
People are suggesting that Anna use the famous Tony knee dart approach with the knife, which
Yes.
is no tactical
How's that
advantage.
work?
Yes.
No.
That's an 11.
I don't think I don't have anything that's good enough for me to get close to it.
That is
I'm
a
gonna wait
hard
till it gets
success.
closer
Okay.
and see if I can take out his wrist.
It did roll a little bit worse than you, so
Which I
you
can-
do
I
hit
don't
it
think I'll be
again.
able to do.
Okay.
All
Oh,
right.
he had it again.
Awesome.
Okay. What are you doing?
What is the fleshiest part of this?
You can ask
It
Jordan.
almost looks like it's not made out of flesh at all. Like it's weird because it moves so languidly that you're like, it's not a human thing, but you would imagine that anywhere in the chest region would be probably where a heart would be if there was one.
And the other one isn't moving at all anymore?
Nope.
I'm gonna try to go for right between the eye sockets with the knife.
Okay. So make a
I'm not
fighting
gonna-
brawl.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, no. Wait. 29? No. Reroll. Nope.
Wait, what was your first roll?
29.
And was it just a regular fail?
Yeah.
Okay, because I rolled a 99 on the dice.
Oh, okay.
So
Then do I still
you-
have my reroll? Does that?
Yeah, I would say because the
Yeah.
first one would have counted anyways. You just drive it straight between the eye sockets of pure bone,
Yeah.
and you just
I
hear
wanna-
it go.
Yeah, I want to
And
try to
you-
use it as a lever to crack it.
Yeah, and you just like perfect. The suture right down the middle just goes, and it falls on to the ground. But now you just hear a bunch of like clamoring sounds coming from this hole,
I look at the hole.
and goats, and
I-
lots of goat
Yeah.
noises.
I pick the knife back up. I look at Brad and I say, Mayweather is immortal. We're going to die here. We gotta go.
She's straight to the point. Where we go?
Okay, so you guys are all leaving this cabin.
And
We just went out the window.
Which way are you heading?
do we see them?
Them? The ones who
I
jumped out the
am
window?
I'm
You
outside
saw
the
them jump
door.
out the window, and
So we
you know
assume-
exactly where they are.
Jordan, I have a meta question. I'm sorry. In my injuries and scars for backstory, I wrote in. I told you about this earlier. I wrote in that my character once went fishing with his dad, and the fish
Fish
hook
hook?
got stuck in his eyebrow, and it was just permanently stuck there. That's actually something that I wrote in. Is that something that I
She
could
did.
use?
If you rip it out of your
If I
head,
rip it out of my head, I could use it
I feel
potentially.
like I can just give
Okay.
you the knife, but.
I know, but in a situation where we're separated,
okay.
Yeah,
and I
okay.
need a fish hook.
so you guys remember that they said the five of you, where are the rest of you?
Yeah.
And you're currently all standing here, all 4 of you. You know, you are screaming about Mayweather, and you realize that your professor is still back at the house.
Okay, Mayweather got us here because he needs us to be immortal. He's going to sacrifice us. It's got something to do with goats. I don't know what's up with the goats, but he needs 5 of us, and we need the professor, or we need to leave the professor and just leave.
You've clearly been busy.
There were goats. We gotta go.
Well, if the professor and
Goats.
Rosaline have been alone with them for a long time, I think we might need to sign up for a new class, because we're not going to have too many teachers left.
Listen, is the walkie-talkie working?
I haven't heard anything from him, and he's barely
Try it.
responding back.
Try it, Janet.
Hello, Professor? Are you there? We need you.
You hear it come through, but you're still in the closet, and it's loud.
No, I turned it down.
Okay.
I'm like,
Hello, do you hear me?
This comes through.
Janet, is that you?
Yeah, we're being attacked. There's some weird monsters and cultists, and we think the
And goats.
Mayweathers. And goats.
Get out of there. Come back to the mansion.
What's happening over there? Are you okay?
All of the screens are blank. I have not been able to find Rosalind. I do not know where she is, but the butler is looking very strange. I am hiding in a closet.
The butler is in
Go
the
to the walkie-talkie.
Oh, make it quick.
Do not trust. Do not trust those old people. They're part of a cult.
Sounds are getting louder, by the way.
Do not trust those old people. Just don't. Whatever you do, don't trust them. Stay hidden.
Get out of
Stay
there.
hidden, person.
I got it. Mayweather's trying to kill you. Mayweather's mortal.
and I hear all this?
You hear it like it's muffled because you hear them all. They're like yelling into
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
thing, and you're hearing now the sounds of goats in the background.
Oh man, we going.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what I do. I like look out of the closet to make sure the chair is still blocking the door.
Still walking the door.
I as quietly as I can, like I clip the walkie-talkie to my jacket pocket. I grab my bag, all like my personal stuff, throw it over my shoulder. And I take the shotgun and I remove the chair from the door. I open the door and just peek out just the tiniest bit.
Are you looking for the butler?
But yeah,
Make a spot hidden check.
I like the butler is hidden.
I'm gonna use one of my automatic successes.
Okay. So you look out and you look, and all of the lamps and stuff have been turned off.
What? Is it pitch black?
It's not pitch black,
it's dark.
but it's basically pitch black.
Okay.
But because you have an automatic success, you look out, and there's one person at the end of the hallway.
Does it seem to be a person of the same height or stature or build as?
Is it a butler-shaped person?
Shape. It seems to be some kind of human man. Yes.
Okay, so what I want to do, I make sure that I have the keys to the vehicle,
Okay.
and I'm gonna open the door like enough to where I can see him clearly, and I'm gonna kind of slowly step out with the shotgun.
Okay. And you're heading towards him.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing.
Okay.
I'm now paranoid and freaked out by all the weird display of messages.
Of course you are.
So I do the like this way just to make sure nobody's like gonna ambush me down this side.
And how far out of the door are you when you look?
Like just enough to like peek out with my head and come back in.
Okay. Go ahead and make a dodge check.
I'll use my second automatic success and
Okay.
final
Okay.
automatic success.
Okay. When you look out and you see this figure at the end of the hallway and it's pitch black and you've got the gun and you're shaking and you just you remember right at the last second, oh yeah, I'm paranoid, I have to check the other way. And you look and there's someone right there. And they go, whack! But you just duck back inside the room.
Were they whacking me with like a fist or with like a?
It was almost like a piece of rope in their hand that they went. And
Okay.
you just went back inside the room.
Okay. I kick the door shut
Okay.
and wedge the chair back onto the
Okay,
door.
before you wedge it, I need you to make a contested strength roll.
Oh my god. May the power of the great Cthulhu bless my tongue. Yes. You know what that is? I just prayed to Cthulhu and rolled a 0-1. So,
Yeah.
F
so,
you, cultists.
So the door kicks all the way in, and you jam the chair up even better than you had it last time,
Yeah.
and you just hear the door start rattling.
Uh-huh. So meanwhile, I don't wait. I'm out. Like, there's a window.
What floor are you on?
You're on the first floor
Yeah.
still. I would say make a one more luck roll.
May the luck of the mighty Azathoth. No.
You know,
I should have prayed.
I didn't finish the 3.
As a fall. With a wound.
Nope.
Okay, there is a window, but it is currently dead bolted from the inside.
Windows have deadbolts.
Oh wait, all right.
Like it's
so let me-
bolted, it's
Oh, okay.
bolted
Yeah,
in.
so I can't open it? Okay, but I can smash it with the butt of a shotgun?
You can try to.
Yeah, I smash it with the butt of a shotgun.
Okay.
I don't know what
Make
kind of a thing
just
that is.
strength check.
Nope.
Okay.
Goodbye.
You kind of take the.
If it was
shot-
a size check, I would have succeeded.
Yeah, so you're like hitting it, and you can't wedge it enough between where it's bolted to get it out. So you're just pounding at it with the.
I can't smash the glass?
You fail the strength check, so like you're hitting it, and it's just not going anywhere.
All right.
Flashback to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are running back towards the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so for sake of brevity, you know which way you came, so you run straight back that way, and you kind
Just
of
due
clear
south.
the end of the tree line back into the house. And the first thing that you see is that big fountain that gaudy looking fountain in the
Yeah.
back. Instead of the woman who's like draped, instead adorning this fountain, hung by a couple of AV cords, is your PA Rosalind.
No.
Oh, Rosalind!
I just kind of go. I just kind of go. Roz.
Are we all about to do sanity?
Yeah,
Yeah.
While they're doing their sanity checks, Aeromac donated another donation to buy Mr. Bill a box of shells for his shotgun, or 1 reroll.
Oh, is that up to me?
Yeah.
I'd say make 1 more luck roll to
Okay.
see which it ends up being.
Yes.
Okay,
Success.
so as you're like frantically hitting this thing, like you're looking around, and on the floor right under the dresser, you find 2 bullets.
Yes.
So you have now 2 bullets.
Yes.
So I failed, so I need to do a reroll. And okay, good.
I succeeded.
I also
So I
succeeded.
just succeeded.
I failed.
Okay.
93.
Oh, okay. So you seeing this and seeing what just happened with you and the goat people, you suddenly like you start freaking out when you see this, and you instinctively like lean back and you pump just 2 rounds into the air just directly in front, like around you.
Bro.
And that's all my ammo.
I should write down I have a knife. What do you
Because
have?
you're just paranoid that whatever came at you is the same thing that came at her and is the same thing that's coming back for you. So you're just like, you don't have any more bullets in your gun, but you're still brandishing it around wildly.
I kind of just like take my hand and slap the barrel down. I'm like, Brad, we do not have time for this. We have to go.
Everybody make a spot hidden check. All of you
Oh.
guys.
Oh boy.
No. Wait, I'm gonna use my
15.
reroll. My last one.
So that's a hard success.
Hard success.
That's a 4, right?
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
like
I have
extreme.
I got a regular success.
Okay, so you all succeeded. So what you see is you're ignoring the body that's currently dangling from the fountain. You see, you kind of are looking around, and at the back end of the house, in the windows on the first floor, you see movement happening in one of them, and you just see a thud, 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 thud. And because you rolled an extreme success, you see a little beret peeking out, and you just see thud, thud, thud. And then it stops for a second, and then it's thud, thud, thud.
It's the professor.
Quick, we gotta get him out of there.
I'm gonna run over and I'm just gonna try to stab the glass. I know that's not how glass works, but I'm gonna try it.
Okay, make a.
I'm loading that gun.
Okay.
If you shoot me, I'll
And
I shoot the window.
by the way, the doorknob is still rattling.
Okay, so is that strength for me?
Yes.
4, baby. That's an
4%.
extreme success.
Okay, you put a real crack in the glass, and you keep wedging
Yeah,
it,
I'm
and
gonna
then
try that same thing with the
yeah,
stool.
he starts seeing what you're doing, that you're making a crack in it, and aims the butt of the shotgun right on that little suture right there, and it cracks open.
Okay, I'm gonna grab for whatever I can reach of him and start pulling.
Okay,
Just start yanking through shards
start
of glass.
yanking. So as
We
the
have
glass
to go.
Yank.
as the glass shatters, the first thing that you see is you see her
Yeah.
like right up in your face, but in the peripheral, you see just goats pouring out from the edge of the woods. And
Oh
I
my
need you
God.
to make a sanity check.
Oh my God.
As this, you still hear the rattling of the doorknob behind you.
Nope.
No?
That's a hard nope.
A hard no?
No,
Well,
that's not a hard no.
No.
That's just a fail.
It's
I
a
have a
regular
53. Yeah, it's just a regular.
What's your luck? Or,
Sanity's
Sanity.
currently at 53. I rolled a 62.
okay. I'm trying to decide if this. Yeah, okay, so you see it, and you see all these goats, and you're very freaked out, and you start loading your shotgun and pointing it at her immediately, but you're not firing it yet. You're just not, she brought whatever these things in the woods are, they came with them, so they're following them. So
C'est quoi ça, ces choses, hein? Des animaux, des bêtes là-bas.
So are you
En bas,
reaching
en
to
bas.
grab him?
No, I yank my arm back and my knife back, and I go, Jesus Christ, okay. I turn to everyone else, I'm like, leave him, gotta go.
I see that he's like pointing behind us, and I
Still
like
hear
turn
the,
around.
it's still rattling the doorknob behind you.
Can I get through this glass now? If I take the butt of the shotgun and just smash the rest of it out and jump through?
Because of your size, I will say make a jump check, but at disadvantage because of your size.
So 75, which would be a fail,
Okay.
or 50, which would have also probably been a fail.
Okay, so you managed to like wedge yourself halfway between the window, but you're like stuck, like you can't get out, and you're like,
What if I squeeze through the glass and cut myself to get out, because that's better than being killed by a butler?
okay, make one more jump check with advantage this time if you're willing to suffer damage.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay,
Mhm.
so you take 2 hit points of damage
Okay.
as you drag yourself out and you feel all the glass cutting into your arms,
Yep.
but you wedge yourself out of the window and you're currently prone on the ground
Okay.
and still freaking out because you still think that she's bringing this stuff with her
Yeah.
wherever she's going.
Mon Dieu, pourquoi tu fais ça?
So you're all watching, you're all
Alors,
standing
il y a
here.
beaucoup
seeing-
I want to try to just quickly like right him so we can go.
Okay.
I'm grabbing Edgar's arm and pulling him towards the truck.
As I'm like recording the rest of the goats following us.
You're recording them? Okay.
Yeah, but I'm also like willingly going along.
Okay. So you guys are all running back to the front of the house.
I'll follow.
Okay. You guys run back to the front of the house as fast as you can, and you see the butler inside the windows, and then there's 2 of them, and they're following you guys through the inside of the house.
Oh.
So I need everybody, if you guys are trying to avoid them, make a stealth check.
Yes. To the car. To the car.
Oh.
Yes.
No. Oof.
I actually
Let me use
succeeded.
a reroll.
Automatic.
Jenny's using a reroll.
You know what? I'm gonna use my automatic.
And I
success.
still didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Yeah, I failed.
All right, Melissa
I
using your
failed.
automatic.
Yep.
Jenny used one of your rerolls.
I've used both by now.
Thank you
Okay.
to whoever donated that automatic. Big
Okay,
appreciate.
so
I made mine.
success, automatic success.
Failure.
Failure.
Okay. So you guys, I'm assuming because you guys are behind currently because
Yeah.
you're filming it and you just got up off the ground and you're bleeding out
Yeah.
everywhere. You guys are all going first, and one of the butlers is like immediately sees you, and it just like disappears for a second, and you can't see him anymore. He kind
my
of
God.
disappears inside the house.
Bill, Jenny, and Melissa all get a reroll. Anna gets an automatic success for rocking the hat.
Yeah!
DJ gets an automatic success for making me lol with cock remarks. Thank you, Wood and Stuff.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I will kill for you
Thanks.
now.
I really thought I was gonna get nothing. I was gonna be so bad.
Dude, same. I was like, I'm going to die here because nobody loved me.
DJ gets nothing 'cause he's a white male.
Talking about
No,
Okay.
DJ got it.
cockle.
That's
DJ
All
got
right.
the auto.
no, yeah. DJ's great.
So you guys currently watch the
Anna and
butler
DJ
look
both
directly
Okay,
at
that's
you
what I
and then
thought.
disappear.
I'm stupid.
The two of you in the back,
It's
you
blue again.
watch them focus on the three of them in front, and you feel like from inside the house you're currently not seen. As for the people following you outside the house, it's kind of wide open, so they kind of know where you are. But they're pretty far away because you guys did book it pretty far.
So are we like directly outside the house or inside of the
You
house?
guys are outside of the house going around to the front.
Okay.
Let's go to the car. We must get out of here. It's not safe inside.
I say, yeah, no shit.
Agreed.
Alright.
I'm gonna run towards the car.
I
Okay.
grabbed the keys out of my pocket.
Okay. So as you guys
no.
crest in
They're out of the
between
pocket.
like the side of the house coming around to the front, you guys you guys go running, and the three of you go running first, and you see that the butler who disappeared has now reappeared at the door to the front of the house, and it's currently wide open,
Brad,
and he's holding it,
take the keys.
and you grab the keys and you turn and prepare them, and in front of the van you see two figures standing there that look very similar to the portrait that you saw.
I continue to
Wait.
I continue to run forward, but with the shotgun aimed at them.
Wait, before you do that, is one of them taller than the other? The figures.
Yes, the male who you would recognize as Julius Mayweather is taller than Adelaide,
Okay.
his wife.
I'm gonna try to behead him with my knife.
Are you just going running at him?
Yes, I am, and I'm gonna use my automatic success on it.
Yes!
Okay, I'll
And I
say
say, you son of a bitch! You are old and ugly and I hate you!
And
okay, I have to. I'm trying to see how that would work because I feel like it'd be a combination of a couple.
I
of different
know, I
ways to
thought about
behead
that.
him.
Well, I
but-
mean, I don't know that you'd be able to behead him, but
I don't
using
think-
an automatic success, you'd cut him pretty well.
Yeah.
You do max damage on the. Maybe
Yeah, I
on
don't
the
know if I'm
knife.
going to be able to get him in one slice, behead him.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to, but I'm going to make an attempt.
Okay, so you just go running at him,
Yeah.
and you see them, and they both look pretty stoic. They're just kind of standing there, and then they see you come just running, and you see Julius. He doesn't like change a facial expression, but he goes, "Now, darling," and then you just, in a flash, you go up and you get him right under the throat, right like under here, and he's still looking at you.
Oh no.
Bruh.
Oh.
He looks
I
like
know.
his eyes are a little bit wider, and he looks like you definitely did something to him, but he's currently, like, he's not dead yet. He's just looking at you, and then he's gonna
No,
reach up
no.
and grab your arm. So I need you to make an opposing strength roll.
Oh no.
oh,
40. So
40?
that's a regular success.
Okay, well, I rolled terribly, so you just kind of pull, like,
Can I-
smash out. And what's your dexterity? Just your general dexterity?
60.
60? Okay,
Remember that you still have 2 rerolls, Anna?
I thought I used them.
No, you used the automatic success just now, right?
Yeah, but I thought I already used my rerolls. I don't think you were here.
1. Okay.
Okay, he's going to attempt, him and his wife are going to attempt to grapple you.
I would like to shoot her.
What's your dexterity?
Adelaide?
I'll shoot the wife.
Okay. Well, let's go dexterity order right now. Who's
Okay.
got the highest dexterity?
Not
I
me.
have 70.
70?
50.
50?
60.
60? And
60.
you already went.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go you, and then you.
Phil goes last.
'Cause
But
40.
you all get one action, I'll say.
Okay.
One meaningful action. So, Jenny, what are you doing?
I don't know. So there's the butler standing at the door and the
Yeah,
creepy
it
couple.
looks
at
as if the butler, seeing you guys run, opened the door, and then the two figures
You
came
have
out.
1 reroll left.
And so,
that's the one you used for the
currently Julius, like,
Right.
is, like, Claire is just shrugging off his arm, but she's still directly in front of him. and Adelaide, the wife, has kind of backed up a little bit and is attempting to reach out her hand to grab her.
All right, so they're at the front and back of the van?
No, they're both standing in front
In
of the
front of
van,
the van.
blocking you guys from getting into it.
Is there another set of doors on the other side?
Of the van, you'd have to go, because it's like currently you guys are running at them, and they're intercepting you right here. So you'd have to go around them.
I want to try to run around them.
Okay. Make an opposed dexterity check.
Who has the keys right now, Brad?
Yes.
Brett has the keys.
That's 68. Success.
Okay. So you go running and you watch Adelaide like shift her view over to you, and she kind of like stances herself, but then she looks and you don't have the keys, so she's just watching you go. So she knows exactly where you're going. She's just not stopping you currently. Okay.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing?
I'm slashing that fish hook out my eyebrow,
Okay.
and I'm
I'm
flinging
gonna say you take 1 point of damage as you pull it
Fair.
out from your face.
fair. And
Stab a bitch in the eye.
I'm flinging it at her eye.
Flinging it. Okay.
Your fish hook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make at her eye.
Yeah.
Okay, make a throw check as opposed to her dodge check. Hold up.
Imagine if you made this as an
I
extreme
should have done
success.
it. Wait, can I just run up and stab her in the eye?
Because you have better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're better.
Yes,
in-
but it's gonna be 2 rolls. 1 roll to get up that close to her without her stopping you, and then 1 to get her in the eyeball.
You can
Okay.
do it. You can do it.
So roll just a dexterity check to see if you can get up there without her grabbing you.
Okay. Can I just get some luck here?
You okay?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
18.
18.
Okay. So you
Aiming
run
for
up
60.
and her arm goes kind of just short of you, and you have the fish hook in your hand and you're stabbing it into her eye.
Yes.
All right, so
Like
make a fighting brawl.
Curved edge like that.
Cthulhu.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you should have asked me for some luck. Do you have any rerolls?
I don't think I have any
Nope.
left. No.
Oh.
I got an 84 shooting for
Okay.
60.
How much luck do you have? Because you guys can spend luck to push
Ooh.
it down.
Below the
50.
luck.
Yeah, I'm blowing my luck.
Are you blowing all your luck to hit her right in the eyeball?
Yep.
Okay. The one thing that you do notice that as like
Wait.
you're this close to her is the fact that it's weird because from afar she looks like such a cute, like petite little girl, you know, like a very, very young girl. But up close she's got these very like animalistic features.
Oh, bro.
But you
go
don't
away.
even you don't even hesitate, and you just go whoosh, right into her eyeball, and she just lets out this scream that rips all of your ears.
Yes. Yes.
Dude, I wish
Is
the
she
film
dying?
students I knew in real life were like this.
She's gotten hit
Uh-oh.
in the.
Topo Musicologist bought 2 rerolls for Jordan
No!
Thank you, Toby.
Why? Why?
because he wants us all to
You
die.
don't want to see us succeed?
Bro, I'm
Alright.
having fun, please.
Okay, so next
Don't
is
you have like 3
her.
You
Adelaide
just
is
got
next?
another
Actually-
reroll.
Oh, did I really?
Yeah.
Actually,
Thank you.
because I said that you can all get 1 action as you were just bum rushing them. What are you doing? So currently, Julius is
stabbing
with
the
her, and Adelaide is with her. So if you
Yeah, I've got my knife.
if you make
in
any
the dude.
ranged attacks against either of the Mayweathers, it will be at disadvantage, at risk of firing into one of these 2 that are right up on them.
Do you have any shotgun
I
shells
have no
left?
ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'm just charging at the wife with the
Okay.
blunt end of the shotgun.
Okay, make a dexterity check to see if you can get there without her avoiding you.
55. No,
Okay,
does
you
not.
go running
Can I
up.
spend luck to fix that? I'm gonna use my automatic success, just to
You're-
bash
you
her.
haven't-
Just
okay.
to bash her.
Good move.
Okay, so you
Why?
run up.
Because if I die and lose,
No,
that,
no, no. Why are you chuckling over there?
No, I just because they want us to die.
Okay.
Okay, so make an attack.
Can I flip the camera?
Okay, and is that gonna just be unarmed or?
Well, they love you. You
Yeah.
still have.
Do fighting
Oh
brawl.
no, you burned
Okay,
it.
so
Because you've
Yeah.
got
You
the
had the most.
shotgun
I
in
know,
your hand
I
that you're
know.
using to beat her with.
I wanted to be in him. It was so cool.
Jenny, you still have
45?
one auto?
Which one
Yeah, I
again?
have one auto
Fighting
and one
brawl.
reroll, yeah.
Okay.
But I have
Melissa, now you have one
Yeah.
reroll. Jordan has
That
3
makes it
rerolls
pass.
now.
Okay. She does, like, you clock her with the end of this right in the side of the head that's opposite of the one that she's currently got a fish hook in. But she like kind of takes it and then her head kind of like snaps back.
No! Let's fight immortals.
Okay, and at this point you're hearing all these sounds getting louder as this. All right, you've got one action before.
I don't know who to shoot. Is he?
Currently,
is
they're
he-
both.
There's people in front of him.
Yeah, so Julius has
And they're
her.
blocking
like
our
this?
Scooby mobile, the
Yeah.
mystery mobile.
So
Alright,
Adelaide
so-
is flanked by 2 of them right up on her. So if you were shooting her, there's a 99% chance you'd hit them.
What about him?
You're gonna hit me, dude.
There is a small chance that because he's taller than her, because she's tiny,
Yeah.
there's a chance that you could get him
Oh, so I've got
chest
him, like-
up. But there's
Okay.
also a chance that if it goes wrong, you're gonna hit her.
I don't have firearm skill, so I'm not going to take any chances. What I'm going to do though
Good, because I can't
is
dodge.
can I move to a position where I'm on the driver's side? Because they're distracted, can I get to the driver's side?
Are you trying to make it so that they don't know you're on the driver's side, or are you just going like
I'm
running?
going for it.
Okay,
If they're are they blocking the passenger side or the driver's side?
passenger side.
Okay, so if I can get to the driver's side,
You don't have the keys,
just
though.
go. I know, but I'm going to go around, and as I'm going around,
Throw me the keys.
No.
Okay.
Right over their
Okay.
heads.
All right. So are you gonna throw the keys?
So my plan was to hit her in the face and proceed to the car.
Unfortunately, they're still both blocking the car.
Yeah.
So
You kind of like hit her back into the car, and she comes back.
Oh, that's
So
not
they're
good.
still
Throw him the keys.
okay. So what I'm gonna need you to do is I'm gonna need you to make a throw at disadvantage because you're currently in close combat with 2 of them,
So
and
roll
they're going to attempt to intercept the keys.
make
That
this
is-
roll because we have to wrap it up. Also, Jordan has rerolls.
Yep.
That's a 23, or I roll again, correct? To get the worst of them?
Mm-hmm.
91.
Oh!
Okay, well, you go to throw the keys, and you make it over her Adelaide's head because she is currently busy with you.
Yes, fish hook.
And then but then as it's going up, you watch the free hand that Julius has grab you by the side of the face and go whoosh, and grab the keys.
Oh.
Do I still have my knife in him?
Yes.
Can I try just dragging it through as much of his neck as I can?
Yes, make a
I'm out of-
fighting brawl check.
Yeah. No.
No?
Failure.
Okay, so it's wedged up in there. Like you've got it in there, and you're kind of twisting it around
Yeah.
a little bit, but you can't get it out now.
Oh no.
And so he grabs you and he is gonna attempt to shove you off. So make an opposing strength check.
Oh, failure. 66.
66. Okay, well he can't shove you off, but he's got you back enough to where he's got the keys up in his hand.
Damn it.
Okay, and then
Bro, never
And then
throw
at
anything.
Top of dexterity.
top of dexterity. So
That's
you
me.
go first.
All right. So now that I'm at the side of the cars, isn't Professor also at the side of the car?
Who?
Isn't the professor also at the side of
At
the
the
car? Because I
driver's side?
ran, and then he also ran.
Are you on
Yes.
the same
Yeah.
side? Yeah.
So
You guys
now
are-
we're both
So-
on the driver's side.
With no keys.
My thought right now is that back when this great field trip began, I noticed the professor and everyone, we were late. We were trying to rush in, and in that, I want to try my best luck at them not have locked all of the doors. To see if maybe the trunk was still left open.
Ooh,
Make
good
a
call.
luck
Wow.
check.
All right,
See
so I
if
have
you
65
manage
luck.
to not think about locking the doors on your way.
Hey, weren't we
And
having
could I
engine
use an
trouble?
automatic success for the lock?
You could.
You could.
You
I
could
think
burn
I'll-
your automatic success.
I think,
Just for the doors to be open.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I just want to re-roll my luck and hope for the best.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 15.
15? Okay, the doors are open. Just the driver's side door currently is open.
All right. So I want to.
You can open the door. It's open.
I'm gonna just get in and scurry as far as I can into the car.
Okay, so she's getting into the car. Next
Yes.
up is Adelaide, who's going to attempt to shrug both of you off. So she's going to start with you because you're closer. Make a strength check.
Is the fish hooking?
You can do it.
I'm going to use a reroll.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Success.
What'd you roll?
29, aiming for 40.
She rolls critical success. So she goes, like, slips like shadows just past you. Gonna attempt to get past you. Make a strength check. Using another reroll.
77. So it is a success.
That
for
is
him.
just a success.
Yes.
Okay.
The power
goes-
of Brad.
She has a bit of a tough time getting you off because you're kind of like grabbing at her, but she shoves backwards past you. He drops the keys and she grabs them and she just goes running back towards all of the goats and the cult people that are coming towards you.
Okay. All right. It's fine.
So
I got a
she's now
plan.
got the keys and
Got a
she's
plan.
getting out of there because she's also currently got a fish hook in her eyeball.
Mhm.
Yep.
Because like she shoved you off, but the fish hook is still in her eyeball.
Yeah.
And she got clocked on the side of the head pretty hard.
So I did not include this, but what are the chances that there's still a string attached to that fish hook?
Make a damn good luck check.
Hey, remember when did I burn all my luck earlier?
How much of it did you use?
I don't know, you just said
Because I think you had 50,
I had
and you'd
50.
have to use all of it.
I had to use all of it to try to get my...
No, she just had to use the 21 points to get to the
Okay,
difference.
so you
right?
still have
39.
you still have 29 points.
I
Yeah,
don't know how
29.
math works.
So you got to roll under 29.
It's fine. Nope.
No, there is no
44.
string. It's just
No
the fish
string,
hook,
just okay.
and she's going running. Okay,
That would have been pretty clutch, though.
that would have been amazing.
Pop her eyeball out.
Yeah. Okay. So now
Am I up? No.
Oh, when is my turn? In the,
Your
order?
dex is
You-
what?
60.
because you
60.
guys are both
Yeah.
going at the same time. So what do you do?
I'm gonna let go and see if I can get to the driver's side door.
Okay, are you just gonna let go of the knife that's in his throat?
I'm not getting it out, so.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so you let it go. So you're gonna attempt to get past him.
It's like
I don't have any
He-
strength. I can't.
Okay, he does not really want
Well,
you to go
actually,
past
real
him.
quick, what would I be contesting if I'm rolling to try to pull it out? That's strength against.
Strength against strength.
He most definitely has more strength than me, doesn't he? No.
I mean, you're not sure.
No, I'm gonna try
We
to
have
pull
5
it
minutes
out.
to die or live.
Okay, I'm gonna try to pull it out. I'm gonna try to pull the knife
You're gonna
out.
try to pull it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Then go ahead and roll contested strength.
43, which is a success.
51. Okay, so you just managed to pull it out, and now your face is coated with blood.
Gross.
Yep. Because you got him right in the throat,
Yeah,
so
the
it's all
jugular.
coming out at you.
Oh, he has a beating heart? Interesting.
Stab him again, stab him again, stab him again.
Oh, do I get to go do something else?
You wanted to pull it out. What did you want to? Are you still running to the driver's side, or are you gonna stab him again?
Well, now that I have it out, I'm gonna try to stab him in the eye.
Okay, make a fighting brawl check.
I'm not gonna make it, but that's... Oh,
Oh, yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I thought that
no,
was
I'm
a zero.
not. I did too. No. No,
Okay.
I'm not. Big fail.
All right, so you kind of go wide, and the knife jams itself into the door of the car, right next to his head. What are you doing?
I am. So at this point, the husband, is he like blocking this?
Julius.
He is currently
blocking the
blocking the
passenger
passenger side, and she tried to stab him, and now the knife is wedged into the passenger side door, and he's just standing there looking at her.
I'm on the passenger side still. because-
Yes, you're like next to them because Adelaide just ran by you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna try to run to the driver's side, but is there?
I gave you my coat.
I'm sorry, but is there like there's multiple like doors behind just the driver's door, right? It's like it's a van.
Yeah, you've
Okay.
got the main two doors and then the
Yeah.
doors on the side.
So I'm just gonna try to run over to the driver's seat.
That's where I am.
Are you opening the driver's side door or are you opening the back ones?
Back door.
Okay, then make a luck one to see if those ones are unlocked.
Do it.
Unless, because you didn't specify that you unlocked the doors. You just jumped in
I
the
was going
driver's
to my
side.
next turn, but I can do that now if I can. I would love to unlock the doors, especially if everyone's trying to get in the car.
Okay. She unlocks the doors. You pull it open. You jump in. Are you closing the door? Or are you keeping it open?
I'm gonna close it.
You're gonna close it.
Yeah.
Okay. What are
Well,
you
but is he on the passenger side?
The keys
You're
are
still on
gone.
the passenger
He's still
side.
on the passenger side with
I'm
Anna
brawling the one.
Yes, these two are still on the passenger side with Anna and,
And-
Julius.
and Julius.
And the keys are gone now.
Yep.
Right.
Adelaide is running with them.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Hey, how old is this car?
I don't know, but it's gonna work. Trust me.
Do I feel like I
just
can
wanna
currently
know.
catch up
It's not
with
a
her?
smart van, is it?
With Adelaide?
Yes.
What's your dexterity?
I got it. I'm
50.
patiently
No.
waiting for
Okay.
my very low dexterity.
Okay.
All right. Well,
You cannot catch up with
Well,
her.
I think
She's
we all
way
have
faster
pretty good
than you.
electronics.
Get in the
Almost
car.
like
Just get in the car.
inhumanly faster
we're
than
going to
you.
the car.
You're getting in the car?
going to the
Okay,
car.
make a... I'd say actually you can either make a dexterity or if your dodge is better.
Well, is Julius holding her still?
No. She wedged it in and he's
He's like
he's
kind
got
of,
both his arms out because he hasn't attacked her yet.
He's kind of
Yeah.
like next to me.
Yeah, but if he goes running past him, he can still reach out his arm and try to get up.
Aren't you a jock? Do you have a high strength?
Yep.
What if you just grabbed him, threw him to the ground?
Just throw him.
I mean, literally just pull
Hey.
him away from the car,
Yeet.
off of her and you guys.
that's a thing. Just strength check.
Opposed
Oh wait,
strength
hold
check,
on.
No.
Aeromac. Letterman jacket guy casts fireball and kills the threat. But he did buy you an automatic.
We automatically success.
Thank you, Aeromac.
yeah. Okay, so your automatic success is to
Oh.
throw him away
We got a
from...
perfect 8 anyway.
Wait, does that mean you don't have to use it?
Yeah, that means you don't...
You don't have to.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't have to.
Don't use it. Just use your roll.
I mean, all right.
So,
Yeah.
so you successfully throw him away from the door and he stumbles backwards and he's kind of like, skids across the ground. You're running to the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
The not occupied one.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy enough. You open it because all the doors are unlocked and you're closing it, leaving it open?
Well, she's got to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to leave it open and watch Julius.
Okay, so you jump in.
Evacuate it.
Back of the shotgun
yep.
ready.
He's gonna try one more time he's gonna run back up and he's gonna try one more time to grab you.
Bro.
So make an opposed strength check. Bro, they don't really want you to get out of here. I'm gonna use one more reroll.
Doesn't matter. I had a 77.
Okay. Well, he rolled also terribly. So he's got you currently, but it wouldn't be that difficult to get out of it because he's
What
still
does he have me by?
the jacket, like by your arm. He's got you by the jacket.
And my knife is
So
in the car.
I'll say because you're the only one who's still outside of the car, it's just you and him now. So what are you doing?
I want to try to pull the knife out of the car.
Out of the car? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my
out of the
God,
side of
get
Just
in the
make a strength
goddamn
check.
car.
Get in the car.
That's
in the car.
No, that's a fail.
12, 51.
Failure.
Okay, so it's currently wedged in the window.
My turn.
Do you want it to be
Do
your
you,
turn?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get in the car.
Get the car.
Okay,
Get in
I'm
the
trying,
car.
but he's attached to me, all
so
right?
you can make a strength check to try to break free and
Okay.
dive into the car.
I'm going to try to... Nope.
Do you have any rerolls?
Yeah.
No, I
No,
don't.
shit.
Okay.
Luck.
What?
can-
I can spend my luck?
Yes,
Yeah.
you
How
How
much
far
of it?
away were you?
as much as you want.
I'm next to the car.
No, I'm
Yes.
saying like how far, what's the difference between what you rolled and
What did I
you
need?
needed?
82, and what do you need? What's your strength?
Oh, 82?
I have no
50.
idea.
So that's...
32. You have 40
Yeah.
luck. You could burn
Do
it
it,
all.
do it, do it.
I burn it.
Oh, okay.
You burn it all. Okay, so just like this inhuman
was
moment
just
of
doing
realizing you're the only one left that's not in the car, you grab it by his face and shove, and the momentum rockets you into the open car door, and you slam it shut. Okay,
My
at
turn?
at this point, all the people who were running to chase you are now very close.
Okay.
You have one action to do what you're gonna do.
I have skill in electronic repair.
Sure.
And I want to hotwire this car.
I know, all of us have
All of us,
electronics.
I pull out, because I'm a film teacher, I always carry a tweaker, which is an actual slang term for a very small screwdriver that has both a Phillips and reversible flathead. Very small for screws. I'm going to, using my knowledge, crack, jam, start the car.
Okay, so so you're trying to hotwire the car
I'm
to
starting
start.
this car.
I want to say that that's, instead of electronic repair, that's mechanic.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Yes, it's mechanical repair. And since I only have a 10% in that, I'm going to be forced to use my automatic success.
Roll first.
Why?
Just in case.
No.
Okay, use the
So-
auto.
That was close.
I use my automatic success
Okay.
and I start that car.
Okay, so you start it, and as you're starting it, you're starting to be surrounded by all these things, and they're just piling up on this car.
Yep, we're running
So
them over.
Somebody
you
lock
have
the
one
doors.
chance to make a contested.
He's driving.
You make
Drive
a operate. No,
I have
Drive
operator.
auto.
Pilot?
Drive auto.
drive auto.
Okay. Here's my chance.
Okay.
0-9. Success.
Large
Yeah.
success.
All right, so you just hear the, and then he books it, and you feel the impact of running over dozens upon dozens of bodies,
Yep.
and all the windows are coated now in blood,
Yeah. I do
Oh,
like
so
the
am I.
windshield
Yeah.
wiper and some
No.
fluid, and I just
and
keep
you
driving.
hit the gas,
Yeah.
and you go, and all your shit is still at the house, but you don't even care
Yes.
because you're out of there. And
Yeah.
that's where it ended.
You better get extra credit for this.
It is
Oh,
one.
damn
it
it.
is
I
1
really
in the
wanted
morning.
to have
It
you
is
surround the car
1 in the
and we
morning.
all die in the
Honestly,
car.
I was going to try
right.
hotwiring it to explode.
Well, here's the scoop.
Yes,
Everybody, we have been just having an amazing time doing this.
Yeah.
First of all, a huge round of applause, but quietly because of microphones, for Jordan for running a superb
That was so good.
superb
Killed
Night
most
of
fun I've
Cthulhu.
had doing
Um,
weddings.
Thanks to all the donations.
I will also say
all the
thank you to
donations.
all of the subscribers and
That's
friends
crazy.
and fans
Thanks for
and
saving my
patrons
ass.
who joined us
donated
tonight on this amazing experiment with horror live streaming. Thank you for Anna for coming in full character form. Yes, that's another exceptionally large thank you to play with us. And it's 1 in the morning and we have school tomorrow. So
I'm the only one
thank you guys all. We love you
I go to
so
work
much.
before y'all
And
go to school.
good night.
Yeah. Bye.
Night.
Bye.